on 2 of the 3 critical elements of a mortgage approval? A rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from Accunet not only verifies your credit with a real credit report, we also verify your income and down payment, and then issue a letter with a $2,000 guarantee to back it up. And now, Accunet is issuing property-specific pre-approvals that often come with this sweet phrase: no appraisal required. That's right, Accunet may be able to issue your pre-approval at or above the seller's asking price without needing an appraisal. Today's home market is still a metaphorical knife fight. Your bank is offering you, well, a pocket knife. Accunet is Crocodile Dundee. Now that's a knife, mate. Click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
Keeping you informed, keeping you safe, keeping you engaged and entertained. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 6 o'clock. I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. Tuesday, January 16th, our top story. Former President Donald Trump scores his first victory of 2024 in Iowa.
I'm Eric Bilstead. An historic effort to turn the lights back on in Wisconsin.
I'm Brandon Snide. Despite a big win on Sunday, the Packers lose a key piece to their defense.
I'm Debbie Loziga. Everything seems to be moving along pretty well out on the roads. Light volume and pretty standard speeds across the area. Just make sure you warm up the car a little bit. I'm Debbie Loziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
About 24 hours of bitter cold still ahead. Mostly sunny, windy, and wind chills down to 30 below today. High temperature of just 4 degrees. Very cold once again tonight. Our low -2 with wind chills to 25 below. Right now we're at 4 degrees below zero in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, former President Donald Trump scoring his first victory of the 24 campaign with a win in the Iowa caucuses Monday.
The first major event of the 2024 presidential cycle ended with former President Donald Trump jumping out to a commanding lead, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in second place, and former Governor of South Carolina Nikki Haley in third. Dr. Julia Azari is a campaign expert at Marquette University and says this picture could look very different in the coming months.
One thing we need to be maybe a little cautious about is applying these results to a kind of broader theory about what's going to happen in November, and I think that can be very difficult.
Jack Grau, WTMJ News.
Businessman Vivek Ramaswamy finished a disappointing fourth and suspended his campaign while also endorsing former President Trump. Meanwhile, Asa Hutchinson has said his campaign team is reevaluating after the caucuses.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court will soon decide new legislative maps for the upcoming election cycle in our state. Marquette University research fellow John Johnson telling TMJ4 News what voters can expect when the new maps are released.
That August partisan primary will be far more interesting than it usually is. You know, incumbents might be drawn into new districts. You might have 2 previous incumbents running against each other in a primary, or an open seat that just has a lot of people throwing their hat in the ring.
The Wisconsin Election Commission has said new maps must be in place by March 15th if they are to be used this year.
The dangerously cold wind chills have prompted Milwaukee Public Schools to cancel class today. We have all the closures on demand on our website. Just text the word cold to the WTMJ Talk and Text line. We'll send you that link. Only a couple hundred We Energies customers remain without power this morning. Since the big storm last Friday, crews have restored power to more than 260,000. What the company is calling the largest restoration effort in history.
We Energy spokesperson Brendan Conway tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News what made this winter storm unique.
What we saw here was this just slow-moving event. That heavy, wet snow continued to just cause problems, and the wind taking down trees, taking down branches, and that was taking and impacting our power lines.
Conway says that consistent snowfall made it harder for the utilities crews out in the field to keep up.
We'd restore power to 20,000 people, 10,000 people would come back in. We'd restore power to 8,000 people, 15,000 people would come out of power.
Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Frostbite a real concern for folks who have to be outside and are not dressed for the temperatures this week. UW Health Dr. Lee Foucher telling WISC TV in Madison what to do if you see someone that you worry may not be prepared for the cold.
If you see a person out wandering or maybe doesn't look appropriate, they're in their pajamas at 2 a.m. in the middle of the road, render assistance, or if you don't feel that that's safe, then please call emergency services.
Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office continues to investigate 3 deaths since the storm suspected to be due to hypothermia.
In West Dallas, a would-be Good Samaritan turns out to be a thief.
Police say they responded to reports of a motor vehicle theft Friday evening around 7:30. The female victim saying her car got stuck in a snowbank when a man appeared and offered to help. The woman initially refused, but the man returned to the scene with a snow shovel and started removing snow around her car. He then entered the vehicle and drove away. Police say they are so far unaware of any similar vehicle thefts since last Friday's winter storm. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Coming up, Marquette great giving back to his alma mater, citing Unlimited. WTMJ News Time, 6:04.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Do you check your savings account and wonder if you're even saving at all? At Town Bank, we view banking differently and actually want to see your savings grow. With our amazing new CD rates, you can now earn even more, so you can sit back and relax. Stop banking the same way, expecting different results, and start earning more. Go to townbank.us/locknewrates or visit a Town Bank branch nearest you today. Bank differently with Town Bank. Member FDIC.
I couldn't even bend over, but now after stem cell treatment, I can deadlift a house.
Now this is an exaggeration, but I do hear about unbelievable miracle outcomes, and I have to ask, do you really believe them? If they were true, these biological treatments wouldn't even have to be advertised. Truth is, stem cell effectiveness is nowhere near 100%. It's expensive, and it doesn't last. At Rejuvenex, our FDA-approved pharmacological treatments ease inflammation and reduce pain. They're precisely administered to where your pain lives, and they work. Will the pain reduction last forever? No. But in some cases, relief has lasted as long as 24 months, and in most cases, insurance has paid for the treatments entirely. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, where we can alleviate your pain and rejuvenate your life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
Discover wants everyone to feel special with 24/7 customer service as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Limitations apply.
Shop the January New Year's sale on better quality furniture and mattresses at Ken Michaels Furniture.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:07.
Packers about done basking in the glow of their wild card win. It's on to the 49ers. Brandon Snide looks ahead in sports at 6:15.
Marquette University alum and NBA champion Dwayne Wade announcing a $3 million donation to his alma mater. That donation will grow literacy and scholarships. It'll also pay for a new practice facility for the men's basketball team. During a charity weekend with former Golden Eagle teammate Travis Diener in March, Wade told WTMJ his goal in retirement is to give back to the community he called home for 3 years.
I've always sat back and said, one day once my career ends, I want to make sure I do more in the Milwaukee community. Milwaukee gave me so much.
Marquette says the practice facilities court will be called Dwayne Wade Court.
Pope Francis, for the first time, publicly speaking about his decision to approve blessings for same-sex couples.
Pope Francis saying those who have opposed blessings for same-sex couples in the Catholic Church have jumped to ugly conclusions, adding, sometimes decisions are not accepted, but in most cases when decisions are not accepted, it is because they are not understood. In December, the Vatican, in a landmark ruling approved by the Pope, said it would allow blessings for same-sex couples as long as they are not part of regular church rituals. But a number of bishops around the world have resisted the measure. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, at the Foreign Desk.
Monday night, a big night for a popular HBO drama at the Emmys.
Succession won 6 awards, including Best Drama Series, its third in its final season.
And the Emmy goes to Succession.
FX's The Bear won Best Comedy for its first season. The winner of the Emmy for Best Actress in a Comedy went to an emotional Quinta Brunson for her portrayal of a teacher in a show she created, Abbott Elementary.
I say it every time, but I just love comedy so much that I am so happy to be able to get this.
It was the first time a black actress has won that award in more than 40 years. The award show aired on Fox. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
So there were like 4 shows. Like, that's it, apparently. That's all we had.
Well, those are the ones that won the most.
Right. I'm glad you talked me into watching Succession. I ripped through that in about a week. No,
great
not
show,
a week,
right?
But, right? Did you finish?
I have not finished.
You got me
because
onto it. Now, I finished the whole thing.
The stress, and I found myself not always happy about myself.
I just started that show myself.
They're horrible people. They're all horrible.
Yeah.
There's no one redeemable in that whole thing.
Incredible show,
It's
but yeah,
amazing.
miserable people.
You're right. It'll leave you feeling like, 6:09, your complete WTMJ 5-day forecast up next.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Hurt at work? Call Tayback for the payback. An injury at work may leave you eligible for compensation benefits, including lost wages, coverage of medical bills, or a cash settlement. Call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
6:10 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Let's get an update on the roads here, Deb.
All right. Well, it looks like we've got an issue. Exit to Highway G in Waukesha County from westbound 94 is closed because of an incident. So heads up with that. But the rest of the system looking okay. No delays out there right now, and no other major incidents either. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. The heart of this Arctic air mass is here this morning. Wind chills are down near 30 below across the area. High temperatures this afternoon will be in the single digits. Tonight, partly cloudy skies as low temperatures don't drop as far as the last couple of nights, still getting a couple degrees below zero. Wednesday, we get a slow warm-up, high temperatures in the teens. Our wind chill advisory ends Wednesday morning. Thursday, we'll get mostly cloudy skies and high temperatures near 17. And then as we head towards the second half of the work week, Friday will bring the chance for a few snow showers, breezy winds, and then more sunshine by Saturday as high temperatures hold in the teens. I'm meteorologist Tyler Moore with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Milwaukee temperature at 4 degrees below zero. The wind chill, minus 23.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
6:12 on this Tuesday morning. 14 degrees is never going to feel so good.
Wow.
That's your warm-up for tomorrow. Really like 24 hours that we got to get through. One more really brutal day and night in the weather ahead, and should start to warm up, relatively speaking, tomorrow morning.
Just how cold is it?
It's freezing cold.
Cold.
The Iceman cometh.
Okay, a few things to get through this morning. Milwaukee Public Schools out, state's largest school district canceling due to the cold. Most schools in session, regardless of what you may have read in a JS Online post that was up for a hot minute yesterday.
Now, what did you say yesterday that generally would have to be a wind chill warning for schools to pull the chute?
I believe that we've heard that from most local school districts.
Below?
Right. Wind chill warning will call it off, and the threshold for that is 35 degrees below zero for the wind chill. We're knocking on the door, but didn't get to that this morning.
We're tickling it.
Trying to figure out the MPS decision, nonetheless. There was, for a little while, JS had posted that schools, Milwaukee and suburban, would be out today. It was up there long enough for every kid that my kids know to have heard. They're all bent out of shape over it. What they said, and then it wasn't.
But it's always the school. You got to always just trust the email/text blast that the school shoots out.
Text the word cold to 855-616-1620 for a full list. There are some private schools that decided to close today as well.
I've been out of business since, obviously, Friday night. It was a significant loss.
9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock yesterday, and we finally decided we're done. We went to a hotel and spent the night and got to watch the Packer game.
Boy, could you imagine if we'd lost? At least you got that. Folks in Waukesha County talking with TMJ4's Julia Fellow. Some without power for days. Power situation dramatically improved. We got most everybody here back with electric power this
Maybe
morning.
a couple hundred, some sporadic ones that maybe even popped up in the last 24 hours. Some of these aren't even from Friday, per se.
Thousands more having their power restored Monday. More than 250,000 customers at one point or another lost power from Friday into yesterday.
If you start feeling pain in your extremities or those exposed areas, that's probably a sign that it's getting a little bit too cold for you. Get yourself back into a warm environment if at all possible.
Gotcha.
UW Health Doctor on that.
So if it hurts, get inside.
Right. But we don't. Like we always say, well, it's Wisconsin. It's what we know, but then we don't. People still end up in the ER with frostbite, right? And on a serious note, Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office looking at 3 possibly cold-related deaths, which is terribly sad. 2 people found outdoors, another in a vehicle that they'd been using for shelter. So yes, it's winter in Wisconsin. It's been a brutal stretch with some more moderate cold on the way for tomorrow. Brandon Snide has sports coming up next.
It's not that we meet a stingy, unforgiving, hateful God in the Old Testament and then a gushy, pushover granddad of a God in the New Testament who wants everyone to be happy in their own self-centered way. God sees it all, and he will not let us cover up the truth.
Dr. Michael Ziegler, this week on The Lutheran Hour.
The Lutheran Hour, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
If your New Year's resolution is to get organized, start by being inspired. Vince Vitrano here for Inspired Closets, MKE. Katie and Dan, local wife and husband team that can transform your disorganized, cluttered, maybe worse in spots space into a usable, functional, beautiful space with Inspired Closets, MKE. Now, a lot of companies do closets. Here's why I'm proud to speak about Katie, Dan, and their team at Inspired Closets Milwaukee. First of all, they're local, which means you can do what I did. You go out to the Waukesha showroom right near Gerke's Corners, visit the place. You can pull all the drawers and cabinets and see everything in action for yourself. And then the team sits down with you, listens to your needs, builds your custom project on their 3D software that will show you exactly what you'll be getting. You can redesign anything from a closet, pantry, or entire spare bedroom. Inspired days start in Inspired Closets. Inspired Closets, MKE.com.
For your new roof, we'll give you the hands-down best lifetime workmanship warranty in the industry. You can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
After beating the Cowboys in the NFC wildcard round, the Green Bay Packers are now shifting their focus to their next opponent, the San Francisco 49ers. Head coach Matt LaFleur meeting with the media on Monday, saying he's not going to adjust his approach despite a big challenge ahead this week.
I think we just continue to take it one day at a time and try to get better each and every day and attack the process the right way. And certainly we know we're going against one of the elite teams in the National Football League, certainly the class of the NFC. They've got a lot of the same players that they've had for a few years now, and they've added some other freak shows over there. So we know it's a great challenge, but it's a great opportunity as well. And that's exactly how we'll approach it.
Freak shows.
Who did they add over there? Several freak shows?
Freak shows.
That's
apparently
one of his favorite terms for guys who are, what did he call the guy from the Cowboys, a freak of nature?
Yeah.
Right, he likes that word.
A game wrecker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach talk. Not all news was good in Sunday's win. Let's try to read that again. According to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, Packers edge rusher Kinsley Engebari appeared to suffer a season-ending knee injury in that 48-32 wildcard win.
But yeah, it's going to be the next man up. That's just the mentality and the reality of the National Football League. And so another guy gets an opportunity, and we'll see where we're at the end of the week.
Packers set to face off with San Francisco on Saturday evening. Over to college hoops. After dropping their past 2 games, the Marquette Golden Eagles got back into the win column on Monday afternoon, cruising to an 87-74 victory over Villanova.
Kolick penetrating to the free throw line. Kolick still dribbling, and then gives outside right to Cam Jones. Marquette's got 10 to shoot. Step back 3. Cam Jones, good. Oh, baby, that's sweet.
Wow. That was a tough shot.
Cam Jones is back.
Easy shot for a lefty, though, going right.
Homer and Tony Smith on the call over on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, as Cam Jones would lead the Golden Eagles with 22 points. Tyler Kolick added 21. And with the win, the 17th-ranked Golden Eagles improved to 12-5 on their year.
When those guys play with that type of connectivity, poise, and aggressiveness, Cam Jones just had a different look in his eye. Tyler Kolick was the Tyler that we know. Yeah, when they play like that, it's huge for our team.
Next up for Marquette, a road trip to St. John's on Saturday. And lastly, 2 more teams punched their tickets to the divisional round on Monday. The Buffalo Bills knocking off Pittsburgh 31-17. They'll face off with Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City next. And the Eagles, once starting their season off with a 10-1 record, they lose in the wild card round to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a final of 32-9. Next up for Tampa Bay, the Detroit Lions.
So this much we know. We're not playing another cold weather game, barring the unforeseen in Florida.
When we win on Saturday, then we'll play next week in Detroit.
Yeah,
and we'll end their dreams.
So you don't think you don't give Tampa a chance against Detroit?
They're playing better. 5 wins out of their last 6 games. But Detroit, bit of a different monster. Well, we'll see.
6:20 on Wisconsin's Morning News. We'll go live to Iowa for former President Trump's stunning victory and the race for second. We'll talk about it all with ABC News' Stephen Portnoy next.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
Hi there. I was calling to report a traffic accident for your traffic reporter, Debbie Lazica.
Call me, Debbie Lazica, at thehallmazda.com traffic tip line at 414-238-9329.
Hi, Debbie. It's Michael. Eastbound 894, and there's a fender bender, and these guys are blocking the right lane.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it? Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. The frigid temperatures, all that snow, it's going to do damage on that roof likely. It'll pop a couple of shingles. Maybe some nails will go. Might even need some more caulking when things warm up in a couple of months. That's why you want to go to Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. Set yourself up for a worry-free roof tune-up after this crazy winter we have. That way you know you can extend the life of your roof. The worry-free roof tune-up from Tri-County Contracting, Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. The website again, Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
What's better than free? How about play free all year? This January at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you can win over $2,000 in reward play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games to earn prize drawing entries. Then stop by each Thursday night in January to see if you're a winner. $400,000 in prizes is up for grabs. Over 40 winners each week. Yeah, free is for me. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
Look for great bargain buys this week at Sendix. Natural grade A boneless chicken thighs are just $2.99 per pound. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Traffic is sponsored by Sendix Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926. Debbie?
All righty. Well, westbound 94, Highway G's off-ramp in Waukesha County closed because of what they're calling an incident. No idea what it is, but just keep that in mind. We also have an accident on 894 southbound right out at Beloit Road. It is off on the right shoulder. Other than that, we're really not seeing any other delays. For the most part, everything's looking good. Road conditions are actually looking pretty good at the moment as well. I'm Debbie Lazica with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast from meteorologist Tyler Moore today. On our way to a high temperature of 4 degrees, wind chills dipping to 30 below. One more brutally cold night, low temperature down to 2 below, and the wind chills overnight, 25 below on the low end. Then Wednesday we start the warm-up, partly cloudy, 14 degrees the high there. Thursday's high 17 with a chance of flurries. Friday, chance of snow showers and a high of 15. And then Saturday mostly sunny and a high of just 16 degrees. Right now we're at 4 below in Milwaukee.
Hey! Is this heaven? No. It's Iowa.
And the first poll that actually counts taken in Iowa. Now on to New Hampshire in the race for the White House.
I want to congratulate Ron and Nikki for having a good time together. We're all having a good time together. And I think they both actually did very well.
Former President Donald Trump stormed a victory in the Iowa caucuses Monday, getting just over 50%. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis at 21%. Former Ambassador Nikki Haley, 19%. Businessman Vivek Ramaswamy out endorsing Trump. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy live in Des Moines, Iowa this morning. A couple degrees warmer than when we talked yesterday, Stephen, so improving.
Yeah, warming up to, I think, was it -4 now? I don't know. I got to check my phone. But look, the cold had a depressing impact on turnout. I mean, we have had 110,000 Iowa Republicans come out last night. The high watermark for a competitive Iowa caucus was 8 years ago with 186,000. So as a percentage, this is a significant decline. But the big story this morning is Donald Trump just walking away with it. 51% vote in the Iowa Republican caucus, winning just about every county except for one, where Nikki Haley beat him in that one county by 1 vote, according to the Iowa Republican Party. So, Ron DeSantis 30 points back in second place. He says, because he placed second, Iowa has punched his ticket. So now he's moving on. 2 points behind him, Nikki Haley. And she, a week from today, will be before voters in the New Hampshire primary, where she stands to do better. She has been doing better in the pre-election polling than DeSantis. She says it's now a 2-person race between her and Donald Trump. We'll see.
Talking with ABC News correspondent Stephen Portnoy this morning. He is live in Iowa this morning. So, Stephen, the 50% threshold is significant for Trump. Got just over 50% of the vote. Because he was expected to win, there might be a tendency to focus on that second-place race, and that is important. But, boy, more than half the votes for Trump, that's important.
Oh, without question. I mean, if it weren't for the fact that, we in politics look at some of these statistics and say, yes, but, right? You could say, yes, but 49% of the Republican votes went to somebody else. That's true. And it is interesting that there is this race for second. But look, our entrance poll shows it. Donald Trump won in the cities. He won in the suburbs. He won in the rural areas, as you'd expect. He won among non-college educated voters and, significantly, among college educated voters. He even won among independent-minded voters, which is the group in which Nikki Haley did best. There's not a single county where Ron DeSantis was in the lead, but he still placed second because there was just enough support in each of the 99 counties to put him in second place. Bottom line, it's the largest victory for any Republican candidate in a contested, modern Republican Iowa caucus. The previous record was 13%. Donald Trump has more than doubled that. This was his night.
So we have New Hampshire looming and another GOP primary debate coming up this week, right?
Tomorrow night in New Hampshire. In fact, I'm sorry. I don't even know what day it is. Today's Tuesday.
Thursday.
It's Thursday night. Yeah. Man, I need more coffee.
That's okay.
2 nights from now in Manchester, New Hampshire, the ABC News debate, and I'll be there fully caffeinated.
As far as you know, right?
But Vivek Ramaswamy will not be there, right?
Vivek Ramaswamy dropped out last night. He's endorsed Donald Trump. He had about 7% in the poll in the voting here in Iowa, and that can only stand to benefit Trump.
Stephen Portnoy live in Des Moines for us this morning. Thank you, Stephen.
Hey, you bet.
And news about your money this morning, WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Markets were closed for the King holiday yesterday. Here's where we left things at the end of trading on Friday. Dow Jones Industrial average at 37,593. The NASDAQ at 14,973. And the S&P 500 at 4784. 2024 is here. Be ready with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for one of the very special places in our community. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. They offer early memory loss classes. They take care of people in your family who have dementia symptoms or other related cognitive declines. I'll tell you what, I've been in their facilities. They're special. They're incredible. I have an aunt who's in a facility. I know what it means to make sure your family's in the right place. That's Azura. It's compassion and empathy. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, AzuraLiving.com.
This is a story about how Walker Media Agency even makes rivets exciting. Vince Vitrano here. When you work with Matt Walker and his team, they get your company website working for you. Prairie Rivet in South Central Wisconsin, their website didn't even list all of the rivets they so proudly produce online. Walker Media Agency built a site for them that tells their story, highlights company leaders, and if you need rivets, a full description of what Prairie makes and how to order them. Have Walker Media Agency build your company a site that works as hard as you do. Find them at walkerwtmj.com.
Hey, Fleet Rewards members, save 10% now through Wednesday at Fleet Farm. No rebates, no waiting, no mail-in forms or receipts. The added 10% savings coupon is for all Fleet Rewards members, in-store and online. Not a member? Sign up in minutes to get your additional discount. Forget stamps or waiting for rebates. Enjoy 10% savings now through the 17th. And thanks for shopping Fleet Farm. Some restrictions apply.
The special Milwaukee Auto Show Advanced Discount Ticket Offer has been extended to January 21st. Turns out a lot of people want to come to the auto show. Get your auto show tickets now at a big discount. Buy a single ticket, or how about a pair of tickets for date night? Or you can buy a family 4-pack and take everybody. They can see all the latest vehicles, including cars, trucks, SUVs, luxury cars, and much more. For advanced discount tickets, go to autoshowmilwaukee.com. That's autoshowmilwaukee.com.
Our patient's most common regret statement? I just wish I would have done this sooner.
Find out more at adventknows.com, because breathing well will help you live better.
Wisconsin's Morning News National Anthem is powered by Weniger Compressor, American patriotism made in Wisconsin. This is Walter Stroney.
It's 6:31. I'm Adam Roberts, and this is Wisconsin's Morning News. It's Tuesday, January 16th. Our top story, a historic effort to return power to southeast Wisconsin.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Looks like Highway G's off-ramp from westbound 94 has been reopened, so things getting a little bit better through there. Remember, we do have an accident on 894 southbound at the ramp from Beloit Road off on the right shoulder, so heads up with that. Rest of the system looking pretty good. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Wind chill advisory remains in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin until 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Could see those wind chills close to 30 below zero. A high today of 4 with mostly sunny skies, down to 2 below overnight tonight. Right now we're waking up to mostly clear skies and 3 below in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center at this hour, under 200 We Energies customers still without power this morning. Since Friday's big winter storm, crews have restored power to more than 260,000 customers.
We Energy spokesperson Brendan Conway tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News the main culprit for the hundreds and hundreds of outages over the weekend was the heavy, wet snow the storm brought to the state.
Almost exclusively that. You can almost follow the snow totals. I mean, I've heard there were snow totals of, 15, 18 inches in parts of Waukesha, Washington County. Well, guess where we had some of the biggest outages?
The utility restoring power to over 250,000 customers since Friday. Conway says this was definitely one for the books.
This will be, if not the biggest restoration effort, one of the biggest.
Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Meanwhile, as cold lingers in southeast Wisconsin, Milwaukee Public Schools announcing their buildings will be closed today. For a full list of closures throughout southeast Wisconsin, you can text COLD, C-O-L-D, to the WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. With negative 30 wind chills possible, doctors say frostbite is a legitimate concern if you're not dressed properly. UW Health's Dr. Lee Foucher tells WISC-TV the warning signs of frostbite.
If you start feeling pain in your extremities or those exposed areas, that's probably a sign that it's getting a little bit too cold for you. Get yourself back into a warm environment if at all possible.
Dr. Foucher also strongly advises taking off any clothing that might be wet or damp. And trustees in Mount Pleasant rejecting a proposal to rezone land for over 200 rental homes and townhomes. Milwaukee Business Journal reporting residents in a neighboring subdivision want to, quote, avoid a change of character and culture in the area. One resident telling the board townhomes would introduce a different demographic and change the culture of the area. The same night the townhomes were rejected, the board approved support to build 600 apartments just west of the proposed site. The developer, Primestone Residential LLC, did not respond to comment on the rejection. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts. Signing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 6:34.
Coming up, television's big night. Who stole the show at the Emmys? That story next.
Traffic is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management. It's time to know the difference, and Annex Wealth Management is ready to help with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary partner. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button.
3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission. You can't find a lower rate of commission, and you won't be able to find better knowledge, service, and real estate expertise than you'll find with our agents at Benefit Realty. Because I know that's what you expect. Now, I'm not sure you'll be able to find the highest caliber of agents everywhere, but I can promise that's what you'll get here. So choose Benefit Realty to exceed your expectations, and you'll pay less for more. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com. Whether you're an active or passively active home shopper, our agents want you to be completely up to date with what's out there and what's brand new to the market. With our instant emailed MLS updates, you'll never miss out on what could be the home of your dreams. All you have to do is call and tell us where to search, give us a price range, and soon you'll be totally in tune with your desired real estate market. Remember, MLS searches show you everything. Some of the other real estate sites don't. So call Benefit Realty today, where you'll pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Hey, John Mercure here. I'm going on an incredible trip to southern Italy and Sicily. My wife and I would love for you to come with us. October 2024, what an itinerary. A full week in breathtaking Sicily, the stunning seaside towns with their cobblestone piazzas, UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the breathtaking Amalfi Coast and Sorrento, taking the deep blue hues of the Mediterranean, sailing to Positano, plus visit historic Pompeii. Won't you come with us? Let me send you information on this great trip. It's john.mercure at WTMJ.com, john.mercure at WTMJ.com. Lots of food, great wine, time for shopping. It's incredible Italy next fall. I'll send you one of our beautiful brochures if you send me an email. john.mercure at WTMJ.com. We'll also be adding on Rome. I love Rome. Come with us, won't you? October 2024, incredible Italy. Breathtaking and stunning. John.Mercure, Mercure at WTMJ.com.
Excited Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:36.
If the Packers get past San Francisco this weekend, their path to the Super Bowl is a bit clearer this morning. Brandon Snide has that in sports at 6:45.
Big night for Secession in the 75th Annual Emmy Awards. Secession winning 6 awards, including Best Drama Series at the Emmys. We have a new member of the EGOT Club. That's Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. It's Elton John. So he won an Emmy for his Dodger Stadium concert. He wasn't there. He had knee surgery. His husband was.
He screamed out loud. He was like, yes! He was really happy, incredibly honored. And, he said, I'm lucky to be in such, talented and esteemed company.
That's David Furnish afterward talking to reporters. So do you want to guess how many members of the EGOT Club there are now?
Fairly exclusive. 37?
19.
Wow.
19. Interesting show last night. Anthony Anderson was the host. His mother, so instead of playing people off,
the
his
music
mother,
starts
Doris, would stand up with a sign that said, hey, you're running out of time. So she would actually cut people off.
I know, I'm getting wrap it up. Okay, yes. Okay.
Baby.
Yes, and
I love you, baby, but time.
Okay, guess what? One more thing. I love you too.
Time.
I love you too, but
and one of the best moments I thought was Niecy Nash Betts. So she won for Dahmer. She was Glenda Cleveland.
Okay.
And she mentioned Glenda Cleveland in her acceptance speech, but she also, I've never heard this done before, but I always appreciate, you know me, I always appreciate the uniqueness of someone when they're up there talking. Here's what she had to say.
Thank you, my better half who picked me up when I was gutted from this work. Thank you. And you know who I want to thank? I want to thank me for believing in me and doing what they said I could not do. And I want to say to myself in front of all you beautiful people, go on, girl, with your bad self. You did that.
She's so cool.
Yes. So she took home an Emmy for the Dahmer show that was on there.
What if that changes your perspective to, like when you're not in a comedy or when you're not in a, an uplifting film, Dahmer's so dark, so awful, all that. I mean, obviously your accomplishment is what it is. You played the role, but didn't sound like it muted her celebration.
No, she enjoyed herself.
Go on with your bad self. 6:39, we've got the WTMJ 5-day forecast coming up next.
There are many reasons to choose document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems. Chris McLean, co-owner of DBAT Brookfield, the baseball and softball training facility, had his reasons.
I think the biggest thing, the important things for me are effective communication and timely response.
James Imaging Systems, Kyocera copiers, Kyocera network printers, Kyocera color systems, and the James team that works with you to provide the business technology to help you thrive.
Honestly, Candy had a lot to do with it.
Candy, your James Imaging Systems sales representative.
Candy built great rapport with our general manager right out of the gate. It helps that they're a local business. We're a local business as well.
James Imaging Systems, effective communication and local responsiveness.
They're a partner. James Imaging is a partner, not a vendor.
Kyocera from James Imaging Systems. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
It's time to make the call. It's time to get that lasting relief you deserve from that awful joint pain in 2024. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik for QC Kinetics. Hey, don't go another year compromising because of that awful pain in your knees or your shoulder. Give a call to QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative, non-surgical pain relief. Now, the best part is your body has what it needs to restore and repair that damaged joint tissue. That means no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. QC Kinetics can make it happen. Hundreds of board-certified QC Kinetics providers have treated tens of thousands of satisfied patients all over America. People with back pain, with hip pain, any pain associated with arthritis or an injury. And it's not a Band-Aid fix. This is revolutionary. It's treatment that can get you moving again and get your life back. Take the first step now. Give a call to QC Kinetics. A free consultation awaits. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
Traffic is sponsored by Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Design Exchange is where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Checking in with Debbie here at 19 minutes before 7 o'clock.
Okay, well, looks like we still have this accident on 894 southbound at the ramp from Beloit Road. This is off on the right shoulder, so folks are getting past it. I'm not seeing too many delays with that. We've also got broken down vehicle northbound 43 at Good Hope Road, off on the right shoulder. Another one at Port Washington Road, off on the right shoulder as well. So I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of disabled vehicles and broken down cars here and there, all just because of the cold weather. But for the most part, as far as volume is concerned, we're still in good shape. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. A bitterly cold day is in the forecast for today. We have wind chills down near 30 below as winds will be gusty this morning into this afternoon. High temperatures will only be in the single digits. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, a touch warmer as low temperatures only drop a couple degrees below zero. Wednesday afternoon, we start a bit of a warming trend. High temperatures get back into the teens under partly cloudy skies. Thursday, a high temperature near 70 with mostly cloudy skies. The chance for just a couple snow showers as the system passes to our south on Friday. And then high temperatures near 16 on Saturday with mostly sunny skies. I'm meteorologist Tyler Moore with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Ooh, 16. That sounds pretty good. Right now, we're at 4 below. Milwaukee Business Journal releasing their 40 under 40 list, which highlights the biggest emerging leaders under the age of 40 in our community. And in our partnership with them, we're going to highlight some of the honorees for this year's class. This morning, a couple whose business is a tough prospect. Prepare vegan food, not just for diehard vegans, but try to make it appetizing and accessible to everyone. WTMJ reporter Julian Johnson.
My name is Ariel Hawthorne.
And I'm Brendan Hawthorne.
And we are the owners of Twisted Plants. We provide vegan food for the community, vegan food that actually tastes good, that is sustainable, and what we believe is better for our bodies.
I believe the difference we make is providing opportunity, one, for people to be employed. So we like that aspect of being a business. Another aspect is partnering up with local businesses to either provide cooking demos or catering.
Our food is very flavorful. Milwaukee was lacking vegan options before we opened up. We want to introduce our community to this type of food and just let them know that you can eat vegan food and it actually tastes good. I would say that I'm most proud of being a staple in the community. So many people have come and they recognize us and they recognize the brand. I just never thought that we would be here at this point. I'm also proud of helping people convert over to the vegan lifestyle.
Going into 2024, June of this year would be 5 years that we've been in business. That's one of our biggest highlights because a lot of businesses don't make it past the first year.
The best advice I can give is to not give up, to keep going.
If you're looking to get into the food industry, or if you're already in the food industry, it's important to know the other side of it, which is like the numbers and the paperwork side of it. Because it's one thing to dish out food, but it's another thing to actually run your business and not being in the business.
Inspiring stories about emerging young leaders in Southeast Wisconsin. Milwaukee Business Journal's 40 under 40 class for 2024. Brandon Snide with sports coming up next.
This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. The Energy Star ratings for windows are getting a lot tougher to get the tax credit, so you're going to want to take advantage of. Fortunately, we still have options that will qualify you for those tax credits. Now, I can sit here and talk benefits of this product or what's great about that product. So can everybody else. But what a lot of operations can't do is, with complete confidence, stand behind the crew that's going to be on that next job. Talk is cheap, I get it, but our people are exceptional. How do I know? Because me and Vito handpick every single person that makes our team. Some make the cut, a lot don't. And that's why you can be confident that the windows we install for you will be top quality, installed right, and that you're going to get great service. And that's never failed us. So for your home's new windows, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
How you feeling after digging out from about a foot of snow this weekend? Not so good? Aches and pains that aren't going away? Time to get in to see my docs at Connect Chiropractic. Vince Vitrano here. Your relationship with Dr. Alex and his team at Connect Chiropractic starts with an assessment and a plan to fix what's bothering you and maybe even fix a few things you didn't know were bothering you. Relief from symptoms, things like neck stiffness, back pain, muscle pain, joint pain. Those things will come relatively quickly, or at least that was my experience with Connect Chiropractic, but you're in this for the long haul. Sustained better health, and Connect Chiropractic will build that plan for you. No twisting, no cracking, no popping. These chiropractors use a pain-free tool for all of the adjustments focused on restoring proper nerve and muscle function. Connect Chiropractic in Wauwatosa and opening next week in Delafield as well. It's Go Connect Chiro. That's GoConnectChiro.com.
If you did not have your holiday company party in December, have it in January at the amazing Mineshaft restaurant in Hartford in their free party rooms. The food is super affordable and the huge game room adds so much fun. Reserve your date today. MineshaftRestaurant.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The Marquette Golden Eagles snapped a two-game losing skid with the 87-74 win over Villanova on Monday afternoon. With the victory, the 17th-ranked Golden Eagles improved to 12-5. Two more teams punched their tickets to the divisional round on Monday. The Buffalo Bills knocking off Pittsburgh 31-17, and the Eagles falling in Tampa Bay to the Bucs by a final of 32-19. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Philadelphia Eagles center Jason Kelsey reportedly told his teammates following the loss on Monday he is, in fact, retiring. And lastly, the 11th ranked Wisconsin Badgers will look to extend their perfect conference record to a 6-0 as they get set to visit Penn State tonight. That tip-off is set for 8 p.m.
It's time for Extra Points, a sports opinion commentary on Wisconsin's morning news. Here's Brendan Snide.
April 23rd, 2020 is a day and a year that cheeseheads everywhere will probably never forget. 2020, likely a year of blur for most people, but it also happened to be the day that Packers brass shocked the sports world with the selection of quarterback Jordan Love in the first round of the NFL draft. It was met with doubt, some laughter, and of course criticism, all part of the last few years for the Packers and for Love as well. That is, though, until now. Fast forward a few years, and smack dab in the heart of Dallas, a new star was born on Sunday in front of more than 40 million people as Jordan Love put on a show in the biggest game of the season, a season many quote-unquote experts said he would not have. After thrashing of the number 2 seed Cowboys on national television in that NFC wildcard round, the Packers now sit just 2 games away from appearing in a Super Bowl. And the biggest reason why is the lead of the play caller under center, who walked into the shadows of back-to-back legends and began to carve out his own path. 7-point underdogs on Sunday meant nothing to Jordan Love. A perfect undefeated season for the Cowboys in Jerry World meant nothing for Jordan Love. Injuries all year have meant nothing for Jordan Love. Youth and experience have also meant nothing for Jordan Love. On Sunday, in his very, very first playoff game, tossing a near-perfect passer rating, the highest passer rating in Packer playoff history, if I may add, added 3 touchdowns with those 272 yards. All of those speak massive volumes on its own. Since the moment he was drafted, calm, cool, and collected has been the steadiness number 10 has brought to this organization, and throughout this season has consistently quieted his doubters, all while doing something a 4-time MVP could not do a year ago. I have said it before, and I will continue to pound the table and say it again. Jordan Love is a top 3 quarterback in the NFL at this very moment, and he is not number 3.
Creative Planning presents Rethink Your Money with John Hagenson, Saturday afternoon at 1. Creative Planning is a wealth management firm that believes in a total approach to building wealth that includes taxes, insurance, estate planning, and other personalized elements. This approach allows you to receive advice that is aligned with your unique goals and always in your best interests. Why not give your wealth a second look? Visit creativeplanning.com.
Ring in the new year with the ultimate timeless gift, a diamond from Diamonds Direct. Whether you're ready to pop the question or celebrating a lifetime of love in 2024, Diamonds Direct can make this New Year's one to remember forever. Diamonds Direct is the area's destination for exquisite diamonds in all shapes and sizes, and our nationwide price guarantee ensures you'll get the best value, period. To showcase that spectacular diamond, we have literally thousands of designer settings from all the top names like Tacori, Verragio, Simon G, A. Jaffe, and many more. And our experts will guide you every step of the way with the education you want and the respect you deserve. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, fashion rings. At Diamonds Direct, we specialize in the ultimate symbol of love, and we welcome the opportunity to celebrate with you. So start the new year with some new excitement, new hope, and some new bling. Diamonds Direct on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. Proud to call Milwaukee home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Traffic is sponsored by Richlands Tire and Service Center.
Richlands Tire and Service Centers. 5 locations and all easy to find. Visit richlands.com when you're due for service.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Checking in with Debbie here, 8 minutes before 7. Then we'll talk with Lori Nickel.
Okay, eastbound 94 just past Highway F's on-ramp in Waukesha County. 2 left lanes are blocked. We got a crash there, so that's going to be tying things up. We're already starting to see delays heading past that scene. Also, actually stretching back almost to Redford Boulevard, so keep that in mind. We've also got an accident, 894 southbound at Beloit Road off on the right shoulder. Luckily, that being out of traffic, it's a little bit easier to get past that point. Westbound 94 heading out of the Stadium interchange, getting a little little bit heavier there. A few more cars out there starting to tap on the brakes between the stadium and Hawley Road. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ forecast sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. About 24 more hours now, the brutal cold. High of 4 degrees today, wind chills dipping to 30 below. Tonight's low down to 2 below zero, with a wind chill of 25 below on the extreme end. And then we start to warm up Wednesday with a high of 14 degrees. Right now we're at 4 below, wind chill at minus 23. At 6:53 on Wisconsin's Morning News, bringing two-time Sports Writer of the Year, friend of the program, Lori Nickel. How you hanging in there? Do you normally run and work out outside, or are you inside person until you do like one of your events?
Do both, but what's tough is skiers wait all year for a lot of snow like this, and now it's like so cold that you can
right. We finally got the snow everybody wanted, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff you can wear, but, if you put Aquaphor or like Vaseline on your face or your skin, that helps protect it. Donald Driver taught me that like 20 years ago, so.
Oh, pro tip. Well, speaking of which, Lori, Eric and I have been talking about, so now that the Philadelphia Eagles are out, if the Packers keep this dream playoff run going, we are not going to have a cold weather game. And while you always like to be at Lambeau Field, and it's great for Wisconsin and for the community and all of that.
There's no way that team wants to play at home. Right? They'd rather be in a nice, comfortable area to play.
Yeah, I haven't asked the players about that too much because, it was kind of always assumed that they would be on the road, and they still haven't really played a super cold game at home. The thing is, with pro football now, there's so much technology that to keep their bodies warm. There's battery powered jackets. There's great glove warmers. There's things that they can stay warm. The issue now these days is two things: the playing surface, which is always a challenge, and even though Lambeau Field is considered the premier in the league, there's only so much they can do. And then the other thing is always the wind. And Green Bay is a little bit windier than Milwaukee, and we're always windier than Chicago. So the wind will wreak havoc. So when you look at this very young receiving group, I don't think they would have, I think a cold weather game in Green Bay might have been an equalizer rather than an advantage. So I think they're probably totally okay with going on the road.
You had an interesting piece I wanted to ask you about, Lori, because we sort of touched on it last week about all the comparisons between Jordan Love and his most immediate predecessor, Aaron Rodgers, and, of course, Brett Favre before him. But you, in your piece, kind of explored the relationship or comparison to Love and his coach, Matt LaFleur.
It's funny, Matt LaFleur played quarterback. He changed from receiver to quarterback, and he played at a Division II school, so you're not going to find a whole lot of video out there on him. So I wanted to ask some of his former teammates about them to see what similarities are. We know what differences there are between Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is a bit more intense. There's the story about how he couldn't lose the whole team conspired to make sure that he wouldn't lose a video game with the team the night before they actually played an actual game because they were so worried that Matt LaFleur would play terribly if he lost. He's got this personality he cannot lose. So 98 guys all made sure that LaFleur won his video game the day before their regular game. But so they're different that way. But here's how Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love are interestingly similar. They're both very trusting. If you make the squad and you're out on the field, they have so much trust in one another and in the system and the priorities. And that is very unique between the two of them. And the second thing is that Jordan Love is a classic pocket, beat you with his arm, beat you with his brain quarterback. And that is very much out of Matt LaFleur and he are cut from the same cloth in that same situation. How many times have you seen Love almost get a delay of game penalty because he's still surveying, he's reading everything? And how many times are you counting for those poor offensive linemen going 1, 2, 4 seconds, 5 seconds? They've got to protect to make sure that Love gets what he wants. Those reads and that patience is right out of the Matt LaFleur line of thinking. So those similarities there to me are really interesting and also a key to the second half of the season and the resurgence that this team has found. They mesh so well. And then the third part is their leadership role. They don't embellish. They don't exaggerate. They're very straightforward, matter-of-fact guys, even despite the 20-year age difference. So but everybody was clear to say this is not a player's coach type thing. This is definitely Matt LaFleur's system. This is his standard. This is how he wants things. But the way Jordan Love buys into that and respects him so much to go along with it, I think is a unique working relationship in Green Bay.
Man, I hope we got at least one more week to keep talking about this, Lori. Thanks so much.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You never know.
Business headlines are up next. Here's the Milwaukee Business Journal's Linda Spice.
About 600 new apartments will open near Microsoft Corporation's Mount Pleasant data center development by the end of 2028. The Village of Mount Pleasant will provide developers a $3.75 million loan to acquire the site for the project. The first Culver's will open in Paddock Lake on Monday, January 15th in Kenosha County. The restaurant is located at 7600 Antioch Road and is one of 5 Culver's owned by Merch Foods in Wisconsin and Illinois. A unique mid-century home in Mount Pleasant hits the market for more than $2.5 million. Built in 1957, the triangle-shaped home was originally designed by architect John Randall McDonald and has views of the Racine Country Club and the Root River. I'm Linda Spice with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
This report is brought to you by Rejuvenix, your non-surgical joint therapy experts.
It's the last resort that comes with a grueling and painful recovery. And from what I've been told, it never really feels quite natural. A total knee replacement may make the pain you're living with eventually go away, but it opens up a Pandora's box of other possible issues. And that's why surgeons who really do care will tell you that it's a last resort. There are other surgeons who cry, "Replace! Replace!" But the physicians you'll find at Rejuvenix are primarily concerned with relief. And you may find out that the relief we give you helps so much so that you may not need to get that total knee replacement. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenix Arthritis Clinics. Our FDA-approved pain treatments aid inflammation and lubricate your joints. And in most cases, insurance has been shown to cover the costs. At Rejuvenix, we can alleviate your pain, and that'll rejuvenate your life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
Losing sleep lately? The job, the house, the headlines, or investments? How about the feeling your investment partner isn't a partner at all? They might be operating in someone's best interest, but that someone isn't you. It's time for Annex Wealth Management. It's easy. Head to annexwealth.com, click the Get Started button. We work in your best interest as a fiduciary. That commitment runs so deep, we put it in writing. Does your advisor do that? Know the difference with Annex Wealth Management. Start at annexwealth.com.
I'm attorney David Gruber. You've heard our slogan thousands of times, but we are much more than just one call. We are one team, one community, one family, and we're the one law firm that can get you the results and compensation you deserve after a serious accident. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Shop the January New Year's sale on better quality furniture and mattresses at Ken Michaels Furniture.
The place to get caught up, to speak out, to connect and be entertained. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Just after 7 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. Tuesday, January 16th, our top story. Trump, a big winner in Iowa.
I'm Eric Bilstead. An historic effort to turn the lights back on.
I'm Brandon Snide. A tougher test and a short week mean no changes for the Pack.
I'm Debbie Loziga, eastbound 94. 2 left lanes blocked just east of Highway F in Waukesha County with a crash. Delays stretching all the way back, heading towards Highway 16 now, so be careful with that. We've also got westbound. Everybody's slowing down to take a look at what's going on through there. Westbound 94 coming out of the Stadium interchange. We have an accident at Hawley Road off on the right shoulder, so that's going to be affecting your ride as well, backing up into the Stadium. And one more, 894 southbound at Beloit Road off on the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Loziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Should see a lot of sunshine today, but a high of just 4 degrees. Wind chills dipping to 30 below. Right now at 6 degrees below zero in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, former President Donald Trump scoring a big win in the 2024 campaign with a victory in Iowa in the GOP caucus Monday night.
Iowa, we love you. It was a historic margin of victory in a competitive Iowa Republican caucus. Our ABC News entrance poll showed Donald Trump won with women, men, city voters, rural voters, and those in the suburbs. About 30 points behind Trump, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis placed second.
We've got our ticket punched out of Iowa.
Just 2 points behind him, Nikki Haley, who vowed to prevent a rematch she says Americans are dreading.
Our campaign is the last best hope of stopping the Trump-Biden nightmare.
Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Des Moines.
Here at home, only a couple hundred We Energies customers remain without power this morning. Since the big storm on Friday, crews have restored power to more than 260,000. Utility company calling it the largest restoration effort in history.
We Energy spokesperson Brendan Conway tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News what made this winter storm unique.
What we saw here was this just slow-moving event. That heavy, wet snow continued to just cause problems, and the wind taking down trees, taking down branches, and that was taking and impacting our power lines.
Conway says that consistent snowfall made it harder for the utilities crews out in the field to keep up.
We'd restore power to 20,000 people, 10,000 people would come back in. We'd restore power to 8,000 people, 15,000 people would come out of power.
Wyatt Barmar-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Back to the cold. Wind chill advisory in effect through tomorrow morning. Cold lingering here in southeast Wisconsin. Milwaukee Public Schools announcing that they will be closed today. Full list of closures. There are some private schools in there as well, but most school in session today. You can text the word cold to the WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620.
30 below wind chills can be dangerous. Frostbite a legitimate concern if you're not dressed properly, says UW Health Dr. Lee Foucher.
If you start feeling pain in your extremities or those exposed areas, that's probably a sign that it's getting a little bit too cold for you. Get yourself back into a warm environment if at all possible.
Foucher telling WIC-TV also got to take off any clothing that might be wet or damp.
He said he wanted to help. Turned out he was a thief in West Dallas.
Police say they responded to reports of a motor vehicle theft Friday evening around 7:30. The female victim saying her car got stuck in a snowbank when a man appeared and offered to help. The woman initially refused, but the man returned to the scene with a snow shovel and started removing snow around her car. He then entered the vehicle and drove away. Police say they are so far unaware of any similar vehicle thefts since last Friday's winter storm. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Coming up, learning more about the art of the swear-in music. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:05.
A jewelry store can be a pretty scary place. It's full of diamonds and gold, and sometimes the salespeople can make you feel like you really don't belong.
Who wants to feel like that? Buying a diamond should be one of the happiest and most exciting moments of your life, and we promise to make it that way for you. Cross my heart. No matter your age, how you're dressed, or how much money you have, you're going to have a magical experience when you come to Kessler's.
You're going to see the largest selection of diamond engagement rings in one place at one time than you've ever seen in your life.
Looking at rings is a wonderful way to spend time together. And when you find the ring you know is the one, but cash might be a little tight, we've got fantastic financing available and we'll work hard to get you approved.
We're on your side. Kessler's is always on your side. We're 8 stores strong with 6 locations in Wisconsin and 2 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We'd be thrilled to have you stop in and see what we're all about.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve's community for Heiser Automotive. I love talking about Heiser. You know that. I've had the privilege and the honor of driving their vehicles for the last 5 years. My newest vehicle, a 2023 Ford Explorer XLT 4-wheel drive, perfect for the upcoming Wisconsin winter weather. Beautiful Atlas blue metallic color. Everybody talks about it when they see it. A great technology vehicle. Auto start-stop technology, 10-speed automatic transmission, terrain management system. How about this? 23 combined mileage highway and city. Awesome for an SUV. Heated exterior mirrors. Very cool. Roof rails, keyless access, heated front seats. Use that over the weekend. Second row captain's chairs, an upgraded interior trim. All the other great programs, safe and sound, vehicle exchange program, roadside assistance for life. Heiser even has options for mobile services for the 4 locations, 5 convenient locations to get your vehicle ready for the upcoming weather. That's why they say every day, today is your day.
When you breathe well, you live better. Find out more at adventknows.com.
Sighting Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:08.
Packers head coach Matt LaFleur, a fan of a certain term to describe really good players. How many freak shows he sees on the 49ers. That story coming up in sports at 7:15.
Marquette University alum and NBA champion Dwayne Wade announcing a $3 million donation to his alma mater. This donation will grow literacy and scholarships. It'll also pay for a new practice facility for the men's basketball team. Now, during a charity weekend with former Golden Eagle teammate Travis Diener in March, Wade told WTMJ his goal in retirement is to give back to the community.
I've always sat back and said, one day once my career ends, I want to make sure I do more in the Milwaukee community. Milwaukee gave me so much.
The practice facility's court will be called Dwayne Wade's Court.
New research on potty mouths in the music business.
The female singer who swears the most?
Yo, hola, 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 okay, hola.
That'd be Nicki Minaj. A study by language experts Preply counts every 1 in 30 words the 41-year-old rap star slings is explicit. Next up,
I've been listening, brush that.
Megan Thee Stallion with 1 in 15. Beyonce is a distant third on the list with 1 in 143. Rihanna and Doja Cat round out the top 5. Taylor Swift,
Going back to Nashville.
number 15 with just 1 in every 1,174 words, a curse. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Okay. Some ladies are talking sassy in the music.
So now we know.
There you go. And now the news. 7:09 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Artwork, especially original artwork, can be pricey. But when you take it in on consignment from nice people like you who are just ready to change the look of their home, you can price it right. And you'll find a lot of it at Design Exchange. Beautiful frame pieces by a number of notable artists. And new ones pop in all the time. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
Traffic is sponsored by the Milwaukee Boat Show.
Don't miss the Milwaukee Boat Show, January 19 through 28, State Fair Park. See over 300 boats from more than 80 manufacturers. We have the boats.
Checking in with Debbie here at 7:10.
Okay, well, westbound 94 at Hawley Road, that accident has gotten cleared off. They got it off of the freeway there. So just something to keep in mind. It is going to be a little bit heavy through there. We also have a new one on northbound 4394, the ramp to get onto westbound 94 in the Marquette. A crash there. It's off on the left shoulder. On 894 southbound at Beloit Road, another one off on the right shoulder there. Luckily, I'm not seeing too many delays involved with that one. And then, of course, we got the other one on 94 eastbound, just east of Highway F in Waukesha County. 2 left lanes are blocked, and it is basically solid all the way back into the Highway 16 interchange. So that's something to keep in mind. Well, westbound side slowing down as well as you're making your way through that whole area as well. So give yourself that extra time. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. The wind chill advisory continues through today, and it's pretty easy to feel why. You step outside, you're going to feel some strong winds, making wind chills feel close to 30 below this morning. High temperatures this afternoon only in the single digits. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, a bit warmer. Low temperatures only dropping near 2 below. Wednesday will bring back the teens in the afternoon under partly cloudy skies as our wind chill advisory comes to an end. Thursday will hang around 17 with mostly cloudy skies. The chance for a couple snow showers on Friday as the system passes to our south. Saturday will bring in plenty of sunshine with high temperatures remaining in the teens. I'm meteorologist Tyler Moore with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Milwaukee temp at 4 below.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
First poll that actually counts, taken in Iowa, and now on to New Hampshire in the race for the White House.
I want to congratulate Ron and Nikki for having a good time together. We're all having a good time together. And I think they both actually did very well.
Yeah, former President Donald Trump stormed to victory in the Iowa caucuses Monday. Some are having a better time together than others.
I suppose so. Right?
He was feeling good. The former president getting over 50% of the vote. That's a significant number. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis at 21%, former Ambassador Nikki Haley at 19%, businessman Vivek Ramaswamy dropping out of the race after a single-digit performance.
Earlier tonight, I called Donald Trump to tell him that I congratulate him on his victory, and now going forward, he will have my full endorsement.
The aforementioned Haley and DeSantis competing to be the Trump alternative, if you will, and how does that shape up? Only a couple of points separating DeSantis and Haley in Iowa as we head to New Hampshire. They are both competing to be that Trump alternative.
Our campaign is the last best hope of stopping the Trump-Biden nightmare.
We have our marching orders. Our marching orders are to do all we can to preserve what George Washington called the sacred fire of liberty.
So the New Hampshire primary is a week from today, and it's not delegates so much as momentum that's at stake, right? I mean, even in Iowa, what did former President Trump get? 20 delegates? It's 9, I think, for DeSantis, 8 for Haley. So it's not the delegate count at this point. It's just all about momentum.
The
and
energy,
can stay in the race. Yeah. With former Governor Chris Christie now out, Ramaswamy now out, where does their support drop in New Hampshire? Who actually turns out there? You know, all of those are questions still this morning. And when's the debate? Thursday?
Thursday. ABC's got this one.
So you would assume that former President Trump continues to not debate. So then you'd have, again, head-to-head DeSantis and Haley in another two-person debate.
They're probably sick of each other by now, right?
I think they were sick of each other before it started, right? You wonder, like, when it's all said and done, like, eventually a lot of them get to a point of being able to shake hands. But, man, when somebody says mean stuff about you for a year, it's pretty tough.
Right.
Yeah, it's tough. So, still many questions to be answered a week from now. But this morning, it is former President Donald Trump with that landslide victory right next door to Wisconsin.
We want to thank the great people of Iowa. Thank you. We love you all.
Sports is sponsored by Holiday Automotive at Highway 23 in Fond du Lac. Holiday Automotive, it's worth the trip.
Hey, Wisconsin, Greg Matzik here for Holiday Mazda in Fond du Lac, where the New Year's sales event is on. Make Holiday your destination to explore all that's new, shop an impressive selection, get in on enticing offers, and get more Mazda for your money and more for your trade. Right now, well-qualified buyers can lock in rates as low as 0% for up to 5 years and drive inspired in a raved-about new Mazda CX-30, CX-5, or CX-50 with standard iActive all-wheel drive. Connect with Holiday and navigate today's car market with confidence. Relax and enjoy their transparent, simplified buying approach and genuine guest care. It's the stuff that delights and makes fans of drivers from all over, and I'm one of them. You'll be in great hands with Wisconsin's #1 Mazda dealer, top-selling Mazda certified pre-owned dealer, and the Badger State's only recipient of the prestigious Mazda President's Club Award on your side. Find yours and discover the difference at Holiday Mazda in Fond du Lac and at holidaymazda.com. It's worth the trip.
Vince Vitrano for Johnson & Sons Paving. Great time to get on the schedule with your commercial paving project for 2024. When you book the work in the winter, helps you put your budget out and then puts the Johnson & Sons design team to work right away. Chris Gust, one of the project managers they have over there. Now, you'll note his last name is not Johnson, but Gust is all right. And this is the cool thing about working with Johnson & Sons Paving. Your project gets its own project manager. Person like Chris, that person oversees every aspect of the project from start to finish. We'll be out on property with you, walking that property, examining what you're dealing with and what that project looks like. Chris was talking about the different kinds of work they do, parking lot maintenance, building out a 5-year plan for your paved surface, resurfacing the lot or drive. And in the concrete division, it's a sidewalk or walkway to your front door, patio out back of your home or business. All services provided by the best in the business. Our great friends and amazing family. Plenty of Johnsons over there. No subcontractors. JohnsonandSonsPaving.com.
Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life. Brands from Carhartt to Milwaukee to Purina to Goodyear to Rapala to Levi's and a whole lot more. In-store or online, check out all the brands Fleet Farm carries to help make your everyday life better.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
After beating the Cowboys in the NFC wildcard round, the Green Bay Packers are now shifting their focus on to their next opponent, the San Francisco 49ers. Head coach Matt LaFleur meeting with the media on Monday, saying he's not going to adjust his approach despite a big challenge ahead this week.
I think we just continue to take it one day at a time and try to get better each and every day and attack it, the process the right way. And certainly we know we're going against one of the elite teams in the National Football League, certainly the class of the NFC. They've got a lot of the same players that they've had for a few years now, and they've added some other freak shows over there. So we know it's a great challenge, but it's a great opportunity as well. And that's exactly how we'll approach it.
Not all news was good in that win on Sunday. According to the NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, Packers edge rusher Kingsley Engimbari has reportedly suffered a season-ending knee injury in that 48-32 wildcard win. What's next now for the Pack?
But yeah, it's going to be the next man up. That's just the mentality and the reality of the National Football League. And so another guy gets an opportunity, and we'll see where we're at the end of the week.
Packers set to face off with San Francisco on Saturday evening. Over to college hoops. After dropping their past 2 games, the Marquette Golden Eagles got back into the win column on Monday afternoon, cruising to an 87-74 victory over Villanova.
Kolick penetrating to the free throw line. Kolick still dribbling, and then gives outside right to Cam Jones. Marquette's got 10 to shoot. Step back three. Cam Jones good. Oh, baby, that's sweet.
Wow. That was a tough shot.
Cam Jones is back.
Easy shot for a lefty, though, going right.
Homer and Tony Smith on the call over on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, as Cam Jones would lead the Golden Eagles with 22. Tyler Kolick would add 21. And with the win, the 17th-ranked Marquette improves to 13-5 on their season. And lastly, 2 more teams punching their playoff tickets to the divisional round on Monday. The Buffalo Bills knocking off Pittsburgh 31-17. They'll face off with Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City next. And the Eagles, once starting the season off with a 10-1 record, losing in Tampa Bay to the Bucs by a final of 32-9. Lions up next for Tampa Bay.
Check in live with Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky next when we emerge from this frigid cold.
What you need to know on your drive home. Wisconsin's Afternoon News with John McCure.
The pandemic hit, the road test went away, and now they're bringing it back. So it's just another layer of, let's make absolutely sure before we put you behind the wheel of a 2,000-pound weapon that you know what you're doing.
And Greg Matzik.
There are so many places to see live entertainment in Milwaukee. Is there enough separation to keep it from being a saturated market?
There's going to have to be, or somebody's going to be empty.
3 to 6 p.m. here on WTMJ.
Hey, if you did not have your company holiday party in December, have it in January at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club. Half your employees' dinners are free. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I know how crazy December can be, and you know how valuable your loyal, productive employees are. Show your appreciation with a world-class dinner at the Fox and Hounds. With the buy one dinner, get one free offer, half your employees' dinners are free. Whether you have 15 employees or 150, half are free, saving your company hundreds of dollars. The holiday decorations are still up, and they are spectacular. I love it. The 7 wood-burning fireplaces will keep your employees warm and cozy. It's fantastic. The Fox and Hounds, right there off Highway 167, 2 miles east of the famous Holy Hill Shrine. It is a gem. Book your company holiday party in January at the Fox and Hounds. Half your employee dinners are free, and they are going to love it. It's my favorite place. Reserve today. foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Checking in with Debbie here, and then Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky.
Okay, we got an accident now northbound Highway 100 right at Wisconsin Avenue. Looks like the right lane is blocked there, so heads up with that. On the freeway, we've got this accident on 94 eastbound just east of Highway F in Waukesha County. 2 left lanes blocked. And the delay stretching all the way back onto Highway 16. We've got 4394 northbound with an accident on the ramp to get onto westbound 94. This is off on the left shoulder. You can get through, it's just going to be a bit tight. And then we've got the other one on 894 southbound at Beloit Road, off on the right shoulder, still being worked on. Hey, be our eyes on the roads. Report accidents, slowdowns, and road conditions to the WTMJ Hall Mazda traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic. I'm cold.
On our way to a high today of just 4 degrees with bitter cold wind chills dipping down to 30 below.
Just how cold is it?
It's freezing cold.
We would start to warm up tomorrow. It is 8 below right now in Milwaukee. Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky from the Weather Outpost there in Grafton. I got you at 10 below, Niz.
Yep, that sounds about right. That's what I heard Julie just say. The thermometer says also, but it's cold. I was just standing outside with our dog, man. He was pretty quick handling his business this morning, but I was about ready to let him fend for himself out there. I usually walk out there with him, especially this time, because he's all of like 5 pounds, and we got some hungry coyotes around us and stuff. So
Eric said his dog was just confused the other day.
I was going to hang him off the dry today.
My dog doesn't know where to go anymore, and it's like we're on our walk, and he's just going in the middle of someone's driveway because he just can't figure out. There's no curbs, there's no nothing. Everything's cold.
There's some people who said, are we ever going to get winter this year?
Yeah, remember that time?
A lot has changed, man. Wow. We've got socked with the snow, and now we got the cold, and now winter's officially on.
So right about 24 hours, hey, Niz, I mean, like I've got Wednesday's high from Tyler this morning at 14 degrees, but overnight still real brutal, and tomorrow morning, right?
Yeah, this is the worst of our cold this morning. I think we were really close to threshold of where we would be talking about, tons of schools being closed again. Typically, now again, I do not make the decision. I just know I base it off of past decisions. They will usually pull that trigger once like a wind chill warning is issued, which is for minus 35 or colder. We're around minus 30 this morning. So again, really, really close to that threshold, but not quite enough. So kids heading back to school, layer up, throw on whatever mom or dad throws at you. Put it on this morning.
Hey, so later this month, though, Tyler was talking about sort of long-term trends. Later this month, are we looking at a significant warm-up?
Yeah, even by next week. It looks like we get a surge of a big warm front probably the Sunday and into Monday, and we could be talking about high temperatures again, well above freezing, maybe some 40s again. And then it looks like the pattern almost levels off again into a pattern that we were in December. Now, I'm not saying we will all of a sudden be all-time record warmth again, but it definitely is when you look at the upper levels, you either have a pattern that's very wavy and you get these big cold blasts and you get, storms and stuff. We get almost like a flat pattern again, and it's a lot farther north due to El Nino, and we're back into lots of 30s and 40s again.
So as of now, Niz, no major snowstorm brewing that we can keep our eye on for a week from now or anything like that?
No, I think we do have to watch Friday. Friday has a chance that if we have the right wind component that we could see some lake effect snow. Right now it doesn't look to be anything major. However, it is showing up at times on the models, and it just all is going to depend on – it's just as hard as any normal snow is to predict. Lake effect snow is very tricky because you just need that precise north-northeast wind for a long enough period of time to get the machine going. So there's a chance on Friday that happens. So we'll just keep an eye on that.
Hey, we've been talking this morning. How happy are the Green Bay Packers? I don't mean the Green Bay community, because you and I both lived up there for many years, and it's great to have a home playoff game, and there's a big economic benefit. But how happy are those players that we are not the number one seed hosting games at Lambeau Field in this?
I think that's another myth that we want to believe, that our players enjoy the cold. we're hardy, and we would love to have it. No, that's not the case. They get to go out to California. I haven't looked at the forecast out there, but I'm assuming it's in good shape.
It's above zero, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Fine.
What a game, though. Oh, I know you guys probably talked about it all yesterday, but I still can't believe the way they did it, and the way they're playing right now, and it was a lot of fun.
I know your kids are in a lot of stuff. Are you good for Saturday night for watching, or are you at a soccer game or something?
Nope, I'm good to go, except I have my fantasy football end-of-year banquet, that we call it, where we all get together and we all have speeches and awards and everything.
Wow.
And so that landed Saturday night. So the Packer game will be a focal point of the festivities. Yep.
End of the year banquet, in quotes. Good for you guys over there.
This year we're in the Milwaukee area, but the last several years, these are usually guys who I used to work with up in Green Bay, and a lot of them went to UW Oshkosh. So it would be at some townie bar in Oshkosh, so they can relive their lives back in the day.
Sure.
That's not happening this year, but it's a lot of fun.
All right, thanks, my friend. Stay warm.
Yep, stay warm, guys. Later.
Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Isnansky with us this morning. News about your money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The markets were closed due to the Martin Luther King Day holiday, but I'll read you this. New year bringing new challenges. 2024 is a leap year, an Olympic year, an election year. What will the rates and markets look like during all this? What benefits and challenges could it bring? WTMJ's Steve Scafidi and Annex Wealth Management's Dave Spano discussed all of this during their webinar, Market Outlook, Risks and Opportunities, and answered your financial questions about navigating through this coming year. If you missed it or you want to watch it again, you can text the word WEB, W-E-B, to the WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620 to watch this insightful webinar and prepare yourself for the new year. That's WEB to 855-616-1620. And, of course, be ready with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com.
Uline is here for the hard workers, for the ones rolling up their sleeves, working round the clock, and getting the job done. You're dedicated to doing what it takes to keep a business growing. Uline is dedicated to helping you make that happen. Working 7 days a week, staying fully stocked and ready to ship any of our 41,000 items the same day. Uline, your shipping and industrial supply specialists. Visit uline.com.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Valentine's Day is here. This year, give the ultimate gift. Name a star after your sweetheart. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For 45 years, we've named millions of stars for celebrities, dignitaries, and individuals worldwide. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can give the most memorable gift. The star your name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The next time you're due for service, visit richlands.com to schedule an appointment at any of our 5 conveniently located facilities.
All AAA approved and all staffed by ASE certified technicians ready to serve you.
Richlands.
It's 7:31. I'm Adam Roberts. This is Wisconsin's morning news for Tuesday, January 16th. Our top story, bitter cold remains, but relief is on the horizon.
I'm Debbie Lazago. We've got an issue on eastbound 94, just east of Highway F in Waukesha County. 2 left lanes are blocked. Things are backed up well past Highway 16, so be prepared for that. Also, Highway 100 northbound at Wisconsin Avenue, right lane blocked there. 4394 northbound, the ramp to get onto westbound 94 in the Marquette. We've got a crash on the left shoulder there. And then we've also got one on 894 southbound at Beloit Road on the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
A wind chill advisory remains in effect for southeast Wisconsin until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, down to 30 below. Could be some of the wind chills as winds gust to near 30 miles per hour today. It will be mostly sunny with a high of 4 above. Partly cloudy overnight tonight with a low down to 2 below. Right now waking up to 4 below and sunny skies in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, while that bitter cold lingers across the area today and tonight, Storm Team 4 meteorologist Tyler Moore says there is relief in sight, at least for next week.
We finished the month of January with, guess what, above average temperatures. These next couple of days are going to be cold, but if you don't like the cold air, we're going to get a warm-up going our way.
Moore expects temperatures to climb into the 30s and 40s for the final week of the month. Your complete WTMJ 5-day forecast coming up at about 7:40. Meanwhile, only a couple hundred customers for We Energies remain without power this morning. Since last Friday's winter storm, their crews have restored power to more than 260,000 in what the company is calling its largest restoration effort in history.
We Energy spokesperson Brendan Conway tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News what made this winter storm unique.
What we saw here was this just slow-moving event. That heavy, wet snow continued to just cause problems, and the wind taking down trees, taking down branches, and that was taking and impacting our power lines.
Conway says that consistent snowfall made it harder for the utilities crews out in the field to keep up.
We'd restore power to 20,000 people, 10,000 people would come back in. We'd restore power to 8,000 people, 15,000 people would come out of power.
Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
It's not just power crews facing unique challenges during these frigid conditions. Fire crews face them as well. An assistant fire chief with the Milwaukee Fire Department telling TMJ4 News.
In this extreme cold weather, it is challenging to say the least. Our firefighters obviously are going through the 1.5 foot of snow that we just received, and then the temperatures plummet. But what's even more challenging than that is having your mechanicals work.
Crews navigated high snowbanks while fighting a fire near 64th and Locust Monday night, and water froze on impact at a deadly fire near 9th and Burleigh. And as Wisconsin continues to debate over legalizing medical marijuana, a new study indicates the drug is no longer thought to be a treatment that can help in the fight against opioid addiction. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavides.
A new study published in the American Journal of Drug and Alcohol Abuse finds cannabis is not an effective treatment for opioid addiction. Researchers say this conclusion is significant because a number of states have authorized medicinal cannabis as an alternative treatment for pain instead of opioids.
Last month, State Representative Tony Kurtz showed support for a GOP-backed medical marijuana bill on the basis that it could help veterans dealing with PTSD and brain injuries. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts. Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 7:35.
Traffic is sponsored by Sendik's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926.
Look for great bargain buys this week at Sendik's. Natural grade A boneless chicken thighs are just $2.99 per pound. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
Coming up, what did Kieran Culkin do to Pedro Pascal?
News is sponsored by Griffin Ford, Griffin Chevy on Metro Auto Mall, and Griffin's Hub Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Get ready to kick off the new year with a smoother ride.
3, 2, 1.
Griffin presents the ultimate New Year special, where we pamper your car from bumper to bumper. For just $179 a month, we'll change your oil, inspect and rotate your tires, replace the air filter and wiper blades. But that's not all. Our expert technicians will give your car a complete multi-point inspection, check the battery, and make sure your heat is ready for the winter chill. Start the new year right with one of Griffin's 5 service departments, where quality meets affordability. Visit us today. Let's make your ride the envy of the road. See Griffin for details and restrictions. Griffin, driving into the new year with confidence.
Chronic pain can be very bossy. What do I mean? It tells you what you can or can't do. Sometimes it even has the audacity to keep you from working.
I missed almost 3 weeks of work, and I was no longer able to play tennis. The pain was really debilitating sometimes. I missed Thanksgivings.
Abby was ready to put the bossy bad back in her past. And that's when she discovered QC Kinetics and their non-surgical treatments for pain. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in advanced regenerative medicine with tens of thousands of satisfied patients, people who have experienced real lasting relief without drugs and without surgery.
It has just been the most life-changing, amazing experience. Not only life-changing, but career-saving. I get to continue to do the career that I love. I'm playing tennis again.
Stop letting that joint pain boss you around. Start with a free consultation at QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:37.
So if the Packers get past San Francisco, their path to the Super Bowl is a bit clearer this morning. Brandon Snide has sports at 7:45.
Succession, the big winner at the Emmys last night, the HBO drama, netting 6 awards at the 75th Primetime Emmy Awards. Did you ever win an Emmy?
I did, but
not the same.
Really. Not quite the same caliber.
So Kieran Culkin won last night. Now, he had won a Golden Globe earlier, and he teased actor Pedro Pascal about that. Pedro Pascal, he is in the he's the Mandalorian guy. He's also in another movie or another TV show that's pretty hot right now. And he said this to him during the Globes.
Suck it, Pedro. Sorry.
Well, so Pascal was on the stage last night.
Which is what his character would have said.
Yes. Pascal was on the stage last night, and he had an arm sling on, and he had this to say.
I'd like to take just a second and make this about me. A lot of people have been asking about my arm. It's actually my shoulder. And I think tonight is a perfect time to tell everyone that Kieran Culkin beat the out of me.
And you know this, Vince, whenever you're a growing family and you know partners are talking to each other trying to figure out, okay, do we have a child? Do we want to have another child? Would you ever do that on national television? Culkin brought that up.
And, of course, my beautiful wife, Jazz. Thank you for sharing your life with me and for giving me 2 amazing kids, Zissou and Wilder Wolf. I love you so many and so much. And, Jazz, I want more. You said maybe if I win. I love you so much.
So, another child?
Said maybe if I win? What kind of deal is that? Sure, go ahead. Win an Emmy first, then we'll talk about bringing more children into this world. This news report brought to you by Steinhoffels. Visit them at steinhoffels.com.
A good day starts with a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Take your sleep to the next level with the Tempur-Pedic Ergo Smart Base powered by Sleep Tracker AI that automatically responds to snoring by raising your head, giving you a better, more restful night's sleep. Ergo Smart Bases start at $42 per month with Steinhoffels 60-month financing, and you'll get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Steinhoffels is your mattress destination.
The special Milwaukee Auto Show Advanced Discount Ticket Offer has been extended to January 21st. Turns out a lot of people want to come to the auto show. Get your auto show tickets now at a big discount. Buy a single ticket, or how about a pair of tickets for date night? Or you can buy a family 4-pack and take everybody. They can see all the latest vehicles, including cars, trucks, SUVs, luxury cars, and much more. For advanced discount tickets, go to autoshowmilwaukee.com. That's autoshowmilwaukee.com.
There are many reasons to choose document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems. Chris McLean, co-owner of DBAT Brookfield, the baseball and softball training facility, had his reasons.
I think the biggest thing, the important things for me are effective communication and timely response.
James Imaging Systems, Kyocera, Kyocera copiers, Kyocera network printers, Kyocera color systems, and the James team that works with you to provide the business technology to help you thrive.
Honestly, Candy had a lot to do with it.
Candy, your James Imaging Systems sales representative.
Candy built great rapport with our general manager right out of the gate. It helps that they're a local business. We're a local business as well.
James Imaging Systems, effective communication and local responsiveness.
They're a partner. James Imaging is a partner, not a vendor.
Kyocera. Kyocera from James Imaging Systems. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Traffic is sponsored by the Delafield Brewhouse Restaurant and Brewery. Visit delafieldbrewhouse.com for daily specials.
A porter is in order at the Delafield Brewhouse. Their medium-bodied ale is brewed with dark roasted malt for a smooth and bold finish. The Delafield Brewhouse.
Checking with Debbie here at 7:42.
All right, we still have this problem. 94 eastbound, just east of Highway F. The two left lanes are blocked right now with a crash, and things are really slow coming out of the Highway 16 area to that point. Actually, delays go past that, but yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now. We've also got an accident on northbound 4394, the ramp to get down to westbound 94 in the Marquette. So heads up with that. Southbound 43 slowing down from just before Silver Spring all the way down past Keefe. And on 894 southbound at Beloit Road, we've got an accident off on the right shoulder still being worked on. Off the freeway system, by the way, Highway 100 northbound at Wisconsin Avenue. Got the right lane blocked with a crash there. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. The heart of this Arctic air mass is here this morning. Wind chills are down near 30 below across the area. High temperatures this afternoon will be in the single digits. Tonight, partly cloudy skies as low temperatures don't drop as far as the last couple of nights, still getting a couple degrees below zero. Wednesday, we get a slow warm-up, high temperatures in the teens. Our wind chill advisory ends Wednesday morning. Thursday, we'll get mostly cloudy skies and high temperatures near 17. And then as we head towards the second half of the work week, Friday will bring the chance for a few snow showers, breezy winds, and then more sunshine by Saturday as high temperatures hold in the teens. I'm meteorologist Tyler Moore with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Right now, Milwaukee temp at 5 below zero. At 7:43 on Wisconsin's Morning News. I want to do something in our 8 o'clock hour, and I'm going to kind of tee it up. What is your conflict? What do you have Saturday night that you're wrestling with right now? Do I go to that, or do I stay home and watch the game?
Please tell me it's not a wedding.
Right?
Oh,
Somebody's
man.
got a wedding.
There's always someone with a wedding that gets conflicted with a Packers playoff game.
It's a little bit early for the high school musical season. Usually that's later in spring, but there could be a school event of some kind.
Man, I got one. My kid plays indoor soccer. He's got a 9 p.m. start time on Saturday night.
Eli?
Yeah.
He's
14.
9 o'clock?
Yeah. I think that's the last slot of the day, too.
Oh, is there no ice time available somewhere else? Are you guys playing hockey? Jeez, it's a turf field. 9 o'clock, best you could do.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I mean, if
you
the game,
watch a little of the first half.
If it's a 7:15 start, right? So I could catch the last probably 10 minutes of the game after the indoor game.
Bring your phone. Watch on your phone.
I'm coaching.
Again, watch on your phone.
Right, yes, and 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talk and text line. 855-616-1620. We'd love to hear you. What is your conflict? What are you wrestling with this weekend as this game approaches and get just all of a sudden dropped on you? Nobody was expecting to play this weekend, right? Much less that Saturday night.
Absolutely not.
7:45, Brandon Snide has sports. That's next.
This report sponsored by Evans Transportation Services, one company for accounting, shipping, and tracking.
A new year means new goals for Wisconsin hoops teams. The red and white will make a run to the tournament, and Milwaukee is eyeing up a playoff run in the spring. As Wisconsin's 3PL Evans Transportation knows, it takes a team effort to make those runs, and when it comes to manufacturers' accounting, shipping, and tracking needs, Evans is the supply chain team for you. Good luck to all Wisconsin hoops teams from Wisconsin's 3PL. Find them at evanstrans.com.
Time to ramp up your business. Work smarter with Walker Media Agency, building your brand. Vince Vitrano here, Matt Walker and his team. They've rebuilt so many websites for Wisconsin companies, big and small, from online publications, software solutions, even a company that rents campers direct online. And Walker Media Agency has all of their websites attractive, functional, and important, optimized for search engine results. Beautiful website that nobody can find? That's not working for you. Are you confident when new customers get to the digital front door of your business, they'll be as proud of your business as you are? Even if you wonder about the answer to that, get Matt Walker and Walker Media Agency working for you so you can focus on your core business, what you do best, leave the rest to them. Start that relationship with Matt at walkerwtmj.com. That's walkerwtmj.com.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life. Brands from Carhartt to Milwaukee to Purina to Goodyear to Rapala to Levi's and a whole lot more. In-store or online, check out all the brands Fleet Farm carries to help make your everyday life better.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The Green Bay Packers are beginning their prep for the divisional round of the NFC playoffs after dominating the Cowboys in the wild card round. Jordan Love and the Pack are gearing up for another tough test against the number 1 seed, the San Francisco 49ers. Green Bay will be on a bit of a short week, and despite all that, head coach Matt LaFleur says his team will not leave early and will do their best to try and keep the routine the same.
At the end of this thing, there's only one happy team, period. And so you got to approach it the same way each and every day. Like we're going out there to win a football game, and we know we're going to have to play our best ball.
The Packers will have their work cut out for them on offense as the Niners posting the number 3 scoring defense in the NFL this season. On the other hand, though, Jordan Love posting the highest passer rating in Packer playoff history on Sunday with a 157.2. And a guy who had a front row to see it all, Greg Olson for Fox Sports, joined Colin Cowherd on the Herd to describe the play he saw from number 10.
I think part of it is the coaching, part of it's the scheme, and I think the kid's a flat-out stud. I mean, he's a great player. The young kids around him have just continued to improve. It's all first and second year guys. It's a pretty remarkable story what they've been able to do in Green Bay, filling the shoes that he did of a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't think we can stress enough just what a job he's done individually and then collectively as a team is really impressive.
Soccer games or not, Packers-Niners set for that Saturday night kickoff slated for 7:15. Over to college hoops where the Marquette Golden Eagles got back into the win column following their 2-game losing skid as they knock off Big East foe Villanova by a final of 87-74.
Marquette has it. Cam Jones. Marquette up 5. Cam Jones to the basket.
Oh,
a layup is good.
Left. Wow.
In from the right with the left hand against the double team. As tough a layup as he's made all season.
Homer and Tony Smith on the call for 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee as Cam Jones led the charge there with 22 points. And with the win, the Golden Eagles getting their 13th win of the year. They'll look for win number 14 when they travel out to St. John's on Saturday. And lastly, 2 more teams punching their tickets in the next round of the NFL playoffs. The Buffalo Bills beating Pittsburgh 31-17, and the Eagles falling in Tampa Bay to the Bucs by a final of 32-9. Tampa Bay set to face off with Detroit on Sunday. And quickly, Vince, some breaking news this morning in the NFL. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Philadelphia Eagles center Jason Kelce reportedly telling his teammates following that loss on Monday he is, in fact, retiring. Kelce played for 13 seasons and was selected to 6 All-Pros. I got to imagine Canton probably next up for Jason Kelce.
Yeah, he's in that club.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Well,
I think so, yeah.
A little bit easier to walk away when you got a million other things going on.
And you got
right
a
now,
Super
right?
Bowl, and you got a podcast.
Yeah.
He'll be in a movie or something.
Your brother's
too.
dating Taylor Swift. He'll be on TV.
What does that get you?
A lot of money.
Maybe invited to the wedding. 10 minutes before 8 o'clock, Mark Tauscher is up next.
While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. The latest in news.
TMJ4 meteorologist Brendan Johnson. What do you think is really going to happen?
It's going to be a busy week in the weather office for sure.
Entertainment.
Jeff Levering, pleasure to have you here today.
Season opener. It's right around the corner.
And more.
97% of a cow's gas is from burps. Now, I didn't know that.
Every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And even when the weather outside is frightful, your energy bill could be so much more delightful. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin's energy-efficient windows helps keep the cold outside where it belongs. And you can help kick the January blues when you choose to book by the 31st with 0% interest for up to 36 months. Yep, you heard that right. No interest for up to 36 months if you book by January 31st. Visit PellaWI.com to learn more. Certain restrictions do apply.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Traffic is brought to you by Rejuvenix, your non-surgical joint therapy experts.
Rejuvenix. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenix.com to request your appointment.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a good karma brand station.
Checking in with Debbie here at 7:52.
Okay, a few things going on. First of all, Highway 100 northbound at Wisconsin Avenue. We do still have the right lane blocked with a crash there. Then the other accident on 94 eastbound just past Highway F. The two left lanes blocked with a crash there. And those delays stretch pretty much all the way back through the Highway 16 interchange, almost to Meadowbrook Road. So it's going to be a slow one. Westbound, of course, everybody's slowing down. Take a look at this. So we got backups coming from Barker Road. We've also got 894 southbound at Beloit Road, an accident off on the right shoulder there. And the other one on northbound 4394, heading through the Marquette to get onto 94 westbound, an accident there as well off on the left shoulder. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Mostly sunny today, but a high of just 4 degrees with dangerously cold wind chills dipping to 30 below. Partly cloudy and a touch warmer tonight with a low down to 2 below. Still some dangerously cold wind chills, and those will stick around into Wednesday morning. Then we start to warm up a bit. Wednesday's high 14 degrees. Temperatures in the mid-teens through the weekend. Right now we're at 4 below in Milwaukee.
Idea Man.
It's always nice when you go out to Vegas and that first night you hit it big.
Innovative.
And you're there for 3 more days, and all of a sudden you're saying, you know what? I can now play. You can play a lot freer.
And Packers Hall of Famer.
You have all this house money to play with, and that can be really freeing and a lot of fun.
It's time for Tausch on Wisconsin's Morning News. Presented by your Wisconsin Chevy dealers.
I want to tell you quick, forecast was sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Tausch on the line right now. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tausch, early weather looks like could be rainy in San Francisco, or Santa Clara, rather. San Fran adjacent. I don't know going in, I guess, for fans to speculate over who gives it the edge. My thought on that is just anything that disrupts the status quo might well benefit the Packers.
Yeah, I would think you can look at it 100 different ways, and I think the good part about where this team is at is it's not a one-trick pony. You're not looking at it like we have no run game. Aaron Jones' emergence, being healthy and being able to play has really made a big difference. So I think you always look playoff football. You always look at the lines of scrimmage and who's the more physical team. And I think the biggest challenge that the Green Bay Packers have is San Francisco has bullied us. The last times we've played them, that's why they've beaten us. So I would think, I look back at with some of the teams I was on and some of these, from 2010 till now, it's always been precise passing. And we'd actually, a lot of people would say we're a better dome team because you have all of the environment everything is perfect to play in. But I don't think that's the case with this team. This team is about play action. It's about getting guys open with, the run game fakes and everything else. So, and this group's physical. This is not, I think, you're seeing a lot more multiple things that this group can do. And the big test is going to be who's going to be the more physical football team. I think that's what you're going to hear all week.
So how different is this week for the players, Tausch? Even from wild card weekend to now these divisional rounds, the league comes in and mandates a whole lot more things. When guys have interviews, when they have availability, I don't know to what degree they determine practice time, but all it has to be worked around the league that comes in and really mandates a lot more things this week, right?
Yeah, it's just the the spotlight gets brighter. There's less teams. You're now down to 8. And everything is going to be, under a microscope even that much more. It's not as much that the league has. There's obviously just a ton more press. There's a ton more excitement about it. But really what it comes down to is managing your emotions, because the last thing you want to start doing is thinking about, man, are we getting close? Oh, one more game and then we could do this. Oh, one more time and we could be going to the Super Bowl. The big thing is trying to keep everybody focused. And I thought last week, obviously, what Matt LaFleur's approach worked beautifully. You want to keep this mentality of the underdog. And this week you're looking at a 10-point dog against San Fran. I just continue to say, the house money quote and everything else, just keep utilizing that, but have the belief that you can go out there and win. Internally. Externally, continue to play the narrative. Oh, shucks, San Fran is the best. They're the best team going.
Yep.
Let everybody take that, as Nick Saban would say, the rat poison, and you just make sure you're doing your business and trying to stay focused on a day-to-day basis.
Does the week drag as long as it does for the players as much as it does for the fans, Tosh?
I want it to be Saturday so quickly.
The longest week ever.
You definitely, it's actually, I think, a nice thing that this game is on Saturday, so you have one less day to kind of go through that. But at this point in the year, I think players just want to continue to stick to their basic routine. And this week, obviously, you're going to fly out a day. You're flying on a Friday instead of a Saturday. Everything is sped up. But I can assure you, guys are going to do the film work, and it's kind of nice that you have one less day of practice, because at this point in the season, you're pretty beat up, and you just want to get out and play ball. So the Saturday, I think, even though San Fran, has had a couple of weeks off, I think the fact that you can just get right back at it and get moving, I think is a big plus for this team.
All right, Tausch, we'll talk again tomorrow. Business headlines are up next. Here's the Milwaukee Business Journal's Linda Spice.
The first Culver's in the village of Paddock Lake opens on Monday, January 15th in Kenosha County. The restaurant is located at 7600 Antioch Road and is one of 5 Culver's owned by Merch Foods in Wisconsin and Illinois. A unique mid-century home in Mount Pleasant hits the market for more than $2.5 million. Built in 1957, the triangle-shaped home was originally designed by architect John Randall MacDonald and has views of the Racine Country Club and the Root River. About 600 new apartments will be open near Microsoft Corporation's Mount Pleasant data center development by the end of 2028. The Village of Mount Pleasant will provide developers a $3.75 million loan to acquire the site for the project. I'm Linda Spice with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
According to the U.S. debt clock, our debt is over $32 trillion and climbing. The question is, how do we pay it off? One of the most likely answers is increasing taxes. Now think about your retirement accounts. Do you want to pay taxes on some of that money now when rates are historically low, or later when rates are potentially higher? At Drake & Associates, we can help you create a plan so your retirement is tax efficient as possible. If you'd like to continue your education, we have our Retirement Ready Toolkit, which includes guides on retirement tax savings. To receive this complimentary toolkit, call or text TAX to 414-409-9982. That's calling or texting TAX to 414-409-9982. When taxes go up, will you be ready? Call or text now.
Investment advisory services provided by Drake & Associates, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products are offered through a separate company, Loft Financial Advisory Group, LLC, a Wisconsin insurance agency. Clients are under no obligation to purchase any recommended insurance products.
Better days start with a better night's sleep on a mattress from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in Milwaukee, our mattresses are custom built to your needs. We have all the comfort and firmness options to give you your best night's rest. Buying direct from our factory showrooms will save you up to 50% compared to national brands. Shop today during our New Year's sale at Ken Michaels Furniture for over 75 years of uncompromising quality, local factory direct saving, and your best night's sleep. Start the new year right with Norwalk Furniture on sale now at Ken Michaels Furniture. Save 35% on showroom pieces that are ready for immediate delivery, or in just 35 days, you can create a look that reflects your unique style with over 850 fabric and leather options and comfort levels From cuddling to extra firm support, Norwalk Furniture's American roots go back over 102 years. For better quality American-made upholstery, shop the Norwalk Upholstery Sale at any Ken Michaels Furniture locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or downtown.
You just can't pass on Less is Glass. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Your locally owned hometown station gives you the news and what it means to you. Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Just after 8 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News, Tuesday, January 16th. Our top story, former President Trump starts the 2024 campaign with a big victory in Iowa.
I'm Eric Bilstead. Finally, the lights are back on.
I'm Debbie Laziga. That accident on Highway 100 at Wisconsin Avenue has been cleared out of the way. Still dealing with the one on 94 eastbound just past Highway F. The two left lanes blocked, and delays stretching all the way back to Meadowbrook Road. Of course, westbound, things are slowing down from Barker Road all the way to the accident scenes. Folks are slowing down to take a look-see. We also had an accident on the ramp from northbound 4394 to westbound 94. Left shoulder still blocked. We've also got one now in the stadium interchange. This is on Highway 175 southbound, right at the ramp to go eastbound on 94. That is a crash off on the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
On our way to a high of 4 degrees with a lot of sunshine today, partly cloudy, and a low down to 2 below tonight with wind chills dropping to 25 below overnight. Start to warm up after that. Right now we're at 4 below in Milwaukee, and from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, former President Donald Trump scoring his first victory of the 2024 campaign with a significant win in the Iowa caucuses Monday.
The first major event of the 2024 presidential cycle ended with former President Donald Trump jumping out to a commanding lead, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in second place, and former Governor of South Carolina Nikki Haley in third. Dr. Julia Azari is a campaign expert at Marquette University and says this picture could look very different in the coming months.
One thing we need to be maybe a little cautious about is applying these results to a kind of broader theory about what's going to happen in November, and I think that can be very difficult.
Jack Grau, WTMJ News.
The candidates are now off to the next political challenge in New Hampshire. CBS correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns.
Those registered as independent or undeclared make up more than 39% of voters in the state and can cast ballots in the primary. Voters like Amy Allen, who's leaning towards Haley.
I would absolutely not support Trump. I can't support someone that I don't respect.
Another GOP primary debate is scheduled for Thursday.
While the bitter cold lingers across our area today through tonight and into early tomorrow morning, Storm Team 4 meteorologist Tyler Moore says there is relief in sight.
We finished the month of January with, guess what, above average temperatures. These next couple of days are going to be cold, but if you don't like the cold air, we're going to get a warm-up going our way.
And Moore expects temperatures to climb into the 30s, even 40s for the final week of the month. And with today, though, that cold lingering, and Milwaukee Public Schools did announce that their buildings will be closed. For a full list of closures, there aren't many. You can text the word cold to the WTMJ talk and text line at 855-616-1620.
A would-be Good Samaritan turns out to be a thief in West Dallas.
Police say they responded to reports of a motor vehicle theft Friday evening around 7:30. The female victim saying her car got stuck in a snowbank when a man appeared and offered to help. The woman initially refused, but the man returned to the scene with a snow shovel and started removing snow around her car. He then entered the vehicle and drove away. Police say they are so far unaware of any similar vehicle thefts since last Friday's winter storm. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
It's been another collision at an airport in Japan. More from ABC's James Longman.
Officials say there was what they call contact between two planes. This all happened while they were on the ground. A Cathay Pacific plane was parked. A Korean airplane packed with passengers was pulling out when its wing hit the tail of the Cathay Pacific aircraft. Luckily, no one's been reported injured, but we've seen images from the airport. It seems to show quite bad damage to one of the wings.
The incident comes just 2 weeks since that deadly collision in Tokyo involving a passenger jet and a Coast Guard plane. Meanwhile, a plane taxiing for departure at O'Hare in Chicago clipped another plane on Sunday. FAA now investigating. No injuries reported. Both planes were of Boeing design.
Coming up, one way to get liquor is going away. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:06.
News is sponsored by BBC Lighting. Thousands of specialty light fixtures now open Saturdays 10 to 4.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. With the weather getting colder, our prices get even hotter. And at our showroom, you'll see all the top brands of lighting and ceiling fans, such as Visual Comfort, Monte Carlo, and more. Our new in-store visual technology will allow you to find every light and fan from every major brand, including their price and description. And our prices are always the lowest. I guarantee it. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for Dad and the kids, and our famous free popcorn. BBC is open Monday through Saturday and is located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's and Bachman Furniture, all near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
Ring in the new year with the ultimate timeless gift, a diamond from Diamonds Direct. Whether you're ready to pop the question or celebrating a lifetime of love in 2024, Diamonds Direct can make this New Year's one to remember forever. Diamonds Direct is the area's destination for exquisite diamonds in all shapes and sizes, and our nationwide price guarantee ensures you'll get the best value, period. To showcase that spectacular diamond, we have literally thousands of designer settings from all the top names like Tacori, Verragio, Simon G, A. Jaffe, and many more. And our experts will guide you every step of the way with the education you want and the respect you deserve. Engagement rings, wedding bands, eternity bands, fashion rings. At Diamonds Direct, we specialize in the ultimate symbol of love, and we welcome the opportunity to celebrate with you. So start the new year with some new excitement, new hope, and some new bling. Diamonds Direct, on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. Proud to call Milwaukee home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Get a tax refund advance loan at Jackson Hewitt now. No fee refund advance is offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:08.
Marquette University alum and NBA champion Dwayne Wade announcing a $3 million gift to his alma mater. Donation will grow literacy and scholarships. It will also pay for a new practice facility for the Marquette Golden Eagles men's basketball team. During a charity weekend with the former Golden Eagles teammate Travis Diener in March, Wade told WTMJ his goal in retirement is to give back to the community he called home for 3 years.
I've always sat back and said, one day once my career ends, I want to make sure I do more in the Milwaukee community. Milwaukee gave me so much.
Marquette says the practice facility's court will be called Dwayne Wade Court.
A popular rideshare company is dumping its alcohol app.
From beer to wine, sales at Drizzly are on the decline. 3 years after it acquired the alcohol delivery app, Uber is shutting it down. $1.1 billion, and a pandemic later, you'll have to choose another way of getting your booze at the end of March. Uber says it'll focus on consolidating food and alcohol offerings on a single app. The company says it'll also sunset its grocery delivery app, Corner Shop. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
So this really won't affect Wisconsin too much. The app has no real presence here as far as the alcohol ones. So.
Well, and so, too, it's not like they won't deliver alcohol. They're just bringing things all under that one umbrella, right? Which makes sense. That's my complaint with the streaming. I don't want to have 7 different apps for things, like put all under one. Yes. 8:10 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. The Energy Star ratings for windows are getting a lot tougher to get the tax credit, so you're going to want to take advantage of. Fortunately, we still have options that will qualify you for those tax credits. Now, I can sit here and talk benefits of this product or what's great about that product. So can everybody else. But what a lot of operations can't do is, with complete confidence, stand behind the crew that's going to be on that next job. Talk is cheap, I get it, but our people are exceptional. How do I know? Because me and Vito handpick every single person that makes our team. Some make the cut, a lot don't. And that's why you can be confident that the windows we install for you will be top quality, installed right, and that you're going to get great service. And that's never failed us. So for your home's new windows, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Your furnace, even if it's in great shape, probably not designed to be running 24/7. And in this bitter cold snap, I'm guessing it might be. Vince Vitrano here for Absolute Comfort HVAC. I sure am glad I had Brent and his son Drew out to the house months ago for my fall furnace tune-up. But now I'm super confident my unit is going to keep my family warm through this rough stretch. Put this number in your contacts. It's Absolute Comfort HVAC, local family-owned company that you want to call if your furnace gives out on you. We've got 24 hours yet of the super bitter cold, and it doesn't exactly warm up a lot here in the coming week. So give them a call, tell them Vinny sent you, and Brent and his son Drew, they'll respond to you quickly, give you an honest assessment of what's happening with your furnace, and a great value in the work that needs to be done. Now is not the time when you want to be checking Google reviews and hoping one of these folks can get to you in the coming days. It's Absolute Comfort HVAC. The number goes in your contact list now. It's 262-664-9284, 262-664-9284. 9284, and the website is absolutecomfortwi.com.
Annex Wealth Management, investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary. Forget commission sales pitches and financial products you don't need. Know the difference. Annex provides elite, comprehensive financial planning customized to who you are and what you need. AnnexWealth.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Design Exchange is where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Checking in with Debbie here at 12 minutes after 8.
All right, couple of issues still up on the board. We've got an accident on 94 eastbound at Highway, just east of Highway F in Waukesha County. 2 left lanes remain blocked. So backups all the way back to Meadowbrook Road, also backing up onto Highway 16 as well. Another accident just happened. It's on 894 westbound. It's a spin out. Right at 60th Street, and as a matter of fact, the right lane is blocked, the car facing into traffic, so just watch out for that. We've had a couple of issues right through the Marquette. One is an accident on the ramp from northbound 4394 to westbound 94 off on the left shoulder. Slow speeds anywhere else, like 43 southbound from Green Tree all the way down to about Keith, and then southbound 41 from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive as well. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Your storm team forecast will be in the mid-teens by tomorrow. High of 14 degrees on Wednesday. Thursday's high 17, 15 on Friday. Saturday, high of 16 degrees. But we got to get there first. About 24 hours more of some brutal cold. High of just 4 today with wind chills dipping to 30 below. 2 below the low temperature tonight with a wind chill to minus 25. Right now in Milwaukee, we're at 5 below.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
Let's go! Come on, let's go!
8:14 on Wisconsin's Morning News. 2002, I think, season 03 playoffs. Was that when we played the Atlanta Falcons at Lambeau Field in a snowy game? Michael Vick's coming out party.
Lost, right?
Yes. Where everything's set up great for the Packers.
That sounds about right. I remember we were at a Christmas party.
So that's why I bring it up. We had our company, and we were all Journal then. So Milwaukee Journal and Journal broadcast was WTMJ Radio and TMJ4 and WKTI at the time. And so the broadcast entities would have a Christmas party together, and the holiday party always came after the holidays. And so it was supposed to be that night. And on this particular year, it was supposed to be like super fancy, remember?
Yeah, it was at the Milwaukee Art Museum.
Calatrava was still relatively new. And so we were going to be in the atrium there, right in that Calatrava addition to the Art Museum. And it was going to be really fancy. And also they were going to have a big presentation that we were told, like, well, we can't tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be really big. And it's going to, And then the Packers make the playoffs, and they drop them in this primetime slot on the company party. And if anyone should appreciate, like what that was like, it should be people in our industry, right?
Right.
But I remember some of the bosses being real bent out of shape over it. Now, like, no, we're not having TV. We're having the company party. Everyone's like, you got to have a TV in here.
Man, half our colleagues were working that night.
You're right. A bunch of people couldn't go because they were covering the game in one form or another. I just remember this feeling, we are at the company, the journal party is tonight. We will not be bringing in TV. Somebody acquiesced and they wheeled in a TV like when you were in high school and they brought the big old TV in on like an AV stand. And I remember it being out in sort of that hallway that separates the War Memorial Center from the Calatrava edition.
Absolutely, yeah. You could walk over there and watch.
And there were 100 people in the hallway and nobody out in the main thing enjoying the party. Although that one was over in a hurry.
I was going to say that game didn't go very well, which made it easy to go back to the party.
Awful. But so many people probably have similar conflicts. We put the note out, and I'd love to hear what yours is. WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. 855-616-1620. What is your conflict for Saturday night? Now, maybe you're good and you're all set, but
you
a lot
and I
of folks
both
have
have conflicts. There are a couple of texts coming in here about company parties. Company work party versus Packer game on Saturday. Then someone else said company Christmas party as well is Saturday night. Now
that can work out okay.
Yeah, right. You can pop on the TV for a company Christmas party, right?
Sure.
In fact, you might encourage that if you're the boss. It helps bring everyone together.
Totally agree. Depending on the venue and the setup. Again, our guys that year were hell-bent on having a fancy party and they didn't want people distracted from whatever else was going on. But right, if you embrace it and you're like, this is great, we're all going to be together. I love watching games with large groups of people.
Sure.
Super fun. So that could work to your advantage.
From the 414, I can empathize with this one. My son's high school hockey game is in McFarland on Saturday night. Oh, no. That's a tough one.
Said either at the game or driving back and forth. So one way or another.
And then drop off and come back and... Yikes.
What do you have, soccer?
So my kid's in an indoor soccer league, and we have one 9 p.m. start during this session, and
Which
that
is
9 p.m. start
That's
is
an absurdity
Saturday.
in and of itself. That's a whole separate topic. Why start at 9 o'clock?
Right.
But so that's Saturday night.
That's
you got a 9
Saturday
o'clock
night.
game.
14-year-old's got an indoor soccer game, 9 p.m.
Can't you just drop off?
Well, I can't because I'm coaching the team, so I can't really drop off.
So can't you just drop?
Although I should say, you guys figure it out. You guys will be good.
Right.
But the venue itself
Timmy's in charge. He's got the
venue
lineup.
itself has TVs. So, all the parents will be able to easily wander over and watch the TVs that they have set up. I guarantee you the game will be on.
Has there been any conversation about, hey, do we really need to play soccer? No, I mean, can't you call the other coach? Hey, Coach Billstead here. You sure you want to do this?
Yeah, you want to find a different time to play. I mean, finding spots is pretty difficult sometimes, but we'll see.
We've got, well, here, I'll bring in a few others. 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talk and text line. Let me bring in Valerie is with us on the line from Milwaukee. Morning, Valerie.
Good morning. Thanks for my call, and I'm hoping you're all staying nice and warm.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your problem Saturday night?
Several families like mine that are huge Wisconsin sport fans, period. It doesn't matter. We love all our sports. The Admirals have a hockey game at home Saturday night, and the Badgers band is playing at that game.
Oh, I've been to that game when they bring in the Badger band. That's really fun. Super fun environment in the arena.
It's a lot of fun. And they also have, it's the Girl Scout cookie rally that day. Everything is that day at Panther Arena. And we have, of course, our lovely Packers, which I am grateful. I saw it coming, maybe not to the extreme it went to on Sunday, but I saw it coming, And it's like you just got to believe. Sometimes you just got to believe.
Do you know what you're going to do, Valerie? You going to go to the Ads game?
I have to go. To go to the Admirals game. I mean, I'm sorry. That's my grandson's friends. He's got to go see his friends.
Oh, That's awesome. You can catch the second half after. Thanks for the call.
There have been times, I know, especially at least with the Bucs, where they've had Packers games on some of the monitors in the concourses. So I've seen that done before. Here's one. From the 920, we have my daughter's gymnastics meet in Green Bay.
Oh.
And then they say DirecTV app will be used.
Yeah, you can do that. And then there's what do you do if you have a conflict?
That's tough, though. I mean, don't you? Are you able to do that? Are you able to like be somewhat distracted while watching a game of this enormity? Like, don't you want to be all in, like focused?
Yes, might be your last 60 minutes of Packers football this season. It's a playoff game. You want to, you don't want to half watch all of those things. So there's what do you do? Do you try to watch a little bit? Do you try? Now, I'm a big fan of the media blackout. I can do that pretty well during the regular season. I time push a lot of games. I play golf, early for a noon start.
I've done that. Yep.
Get home at 2:00, and
burn through.
You have to be super careful about it. You don't want it to get spoiled. So I don't wear any Packers gear out. I look before I enter a room. Okay, so I'm playing golf. Before I go into the clubhouse after the round, make sure there are no TVs on, make sure there's no audio. You have to be careful, but you can pull it off. I don't know that you can pull that off Saturday primetime if you're around people.
Oh, look at this one from the 414. My band has a show in Milwaukee starting at 7 p.m. Oh, contemplating an earlier 4 p.m. start time.
I like that. I vote for that.
Well, now, have you said what your conflict is yet? Is this something you're sharing or not?
Sure. It's Clipboard Guy's big weekend. You remember Clipboard Guy from last year?
Yeah, this is with the cheer team.
Yes,
right?
My daughter cheers at Greendale, and as many cheer teams do across the state, somebody's hosting the competition in their gym.
Yep. This is how you make money. This is how you fundraise.
It's not like basketball where you got the home and homes and whatever. Like your club has to decide, or your team has to decide it's going to put on a big championship. So I cheer on Saturday runs, I'm not kidding you, like 7A to 7P. Oh. It's 12 hours of teams rotating through on that map.
Till 7P?
Ish. Might even be till 8. But even if the last team leaves the mat at 7 o'clock, then you have awards. It's at least a half hour sometimes between calculating all the whatevers and the awards. And then you got to stay and clean up. I can't be slinking on out of there. And Clipboard Guy, in terms of whether or not I could do distractive viewing, Clipboard Guy, I'm the last guy that the cheer teams see before they hit the mat. You have a very specific time when you check in, warm up 1, warm up 2, warm up 3, warm up 4. Then they get to Clipboard Guy. That's me.
See,
I'm the gatekeeper. I got to keep the train running on time. So I take it very serious.
I think you're going to be fine because you'll at least catch the second half. I'm losing basically the second half with my 9 p.m.
You're
start
done.
time.
Right. What do you do? Do you watch a little of the first half, then go out there?
Sure. Let's see. Here's another one. Oh, yeah. The Napoleon show is Saturday night, right? The Napoleon Dynamite show.
At the Pabst Theater.
920. Lamenting about that they have the Napoleon
Fortunately, show. I have not seen, the worst conflict you could have is a wedding, right?
Yeah.
Unless he and she or both partners are committed Packers fans and want to do hey, we're embracing it. I mean, some people get married at Lambeau Field. Okay, so then this is great. Packer game on our wedding. We'll all celebrate together. Unless it's that case, at least one or the other is no, we're not having football.
We ran into a family situation when my wife's brother got married. He and his wife got married in Oshkosh. It wasn't the final game of the series, but it was during the Bucs championship run. And luckily, they threw a TV up in the bar, and the bar was openly connected to the dance floor area. So it wasn't like people were siphoning out of the room to watch the game. So you had that great energy, actually, of people watching the game, and that was actually flowing onto the dance floor, too, a little bit. So it worked out for them in that case. But, boy, if you don't have that, if you have people leaving the ballroom to watch the game elsewhere, yikes.
Another one, Sarah from Sheboygan. Dance competition Saturday night downtown Milwaukee, 4 to 10 p.m. Dance dads will prevail as they always do. We'll stream the game or hunt down a TV.
God,
Pop
that's
in.
Tough. Especially if your mood swings with each point scored. You try to enjoy the show and then...
This one's pretty bad. A big box store, I won't name it, in Pewaukee. Physical inventory starting at 6:30 Saturday night, which sucks anyway. That's not a fun
That's no good at any time.
Oh, how come you missed the game?
Oh,
I was
man.
working. Oh, yeah, right. I was working the worst possible thing.
Well, can you go full media blackout? I mean, that's doable.
one can. I don't know that I can in the environment that I'm going to be in. I'm going to be surrounded by people who have a different idea about what they're going to do. They're going to watch on their phone. They're going to give update. And for sure, if you run into another person, you're like, don't tell me anything about the game.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not going to want to see that. I said don't. Oh, you're going to like it. No, I don't even want to know that. I want to know nothing.
I'm going to just text you random things on Saturday night. It'll be like, hey, Vince, how's it going? But you'll be like, I can't look at my phone. You'll think I'm texting about the game.
8:26 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Debbie, are you good Saturday night? No conflicts?
Well, I'm supposed to go to the Admirals game, so we'll see what ends up happening. We may be like on the phone, watching the game, back and forth. So right now we have some good news. Eastbound 94, just east of Highway F, that accident that was blocking a couple of lanes, that has cleared up. Delays have not, but the accident itself is clear. So those should work themselves out soon. We do still have the one on 894 southbound at Beloit Road off on the right shoulder. 894 westbound at 60th Street. That's that spin out that happened, and it is now still blocking that right lane. We got backup stretching all the way back to 27th Street. And then we've got a bit of a backup with a couple of broken down vehicles, one northbound 4394 at about Beecher, and then another one on 94. Actually, it's on the ramp from 25th Street to westbound 94. So that's going to be making things a little bit dicey as well. So give yourself some extra time to get through those areas. Hey, by the way, while you're out navigating the roads as quickly and safely as possible, if you do happen to see something we should know about, give us a call on the WTMJ Hall Mazda traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Creative Planning presents Rethink Your Money with John Hagenson, Saturday afternoon at 1. At Creative Planning, we custom tailor your portfolio to help you achieve your ideal financial future. You'll see how our wealth managers work with in-house CPAs and attorneys to ensure your money is working as hard as it can for you. Why not give your wealth a second look? Visit creativeplanning.com. That's creativeplanning.com.
Is your landscape outdated? It's tired. It's no longer looking healthy, no longer beautifying your home, maybe even detracting from it. Vince Vitrano here for Great Lakes Landscape with the solution. Do it over with a Great Lakes Landscape consultant. You can draw up a plan this winter so you're first in line in the spring. Replace or refresh, remove existing plants, replace them with a new custom design that helps you create a more beautiful home. Plus, you get Great Lakes expertise, so you know you'll get plants that thrive in Wisconsin climate, that survive our winters, they provide color, and they're easy to maintain. Or how about adding a retaining wall, maybe a block paver patio? That would look nice this year. Do it and improve the function and value of your home, or get Great Lakes Landscape to design and install the whole deal on your new construction, residential or commercial. I trust Ryan and his team at Great Lakes Landscape in my yard, so you know you can trust them in yours. Get ahead of the spring by contacting them now. It's GreatLakesLandscapeWI.com. Great Lakes Landscape, WI.com.
There are many reasons to choose document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems. Chris McLean, co-owner of DBAT Brookfield, the baseball and softball training facility, had his reasons.
I think the biggest thing, the important things for me are effective communication and timely response.
James Imaging Systems, Kyocera, Kyocera copiers, Kyocera network printers, Kyocera color systems, and the James team that works with you to provide the business technology to help you thrive.
Honestly, Candy had a lot to do with it.
Candy, your James Imaging Systems sales representative.
Candy built great rapport with our general manager right out of the gate. It helps that they're a local business. We're a local business as well.
James Imaging Systems, effective communication and local responsiveness.
They're a partner. James Imaging is a partner, not a vendor.
Kyocera. Kyocera from James Imaging Systems. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
It's time to make the call. It's time to get that lasting relief you deserve from that awful joint pain in 2024. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik for QC Kinetics. Hey, don't go another year compromising because of that awful pain in your knees or your shoulder. Give a call to QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative, non-surgical pain relief. Now, the best part is your body has what it needs to restore and repair that damaged joint tissue. That means no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. QC Kinetics can make it happen. Hundreds of board-certified QC Kinetics providers have treated tens of thousands of satisfied patients all over America. People with back pain, with hip pain, any pain associated with arthritis or an injury. And it's not a Band-Aid fix. This is revolutionary. It's treatment that can get you moving again and get your life back. Take the first step now. Give a call to QC Kinetics. A free consultation awaits. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
8:31 on Wisconsin's Morning News. You got a wedding there?
Yeah, actually, I like the mindset, the attitude from the 414 here. They have a wedding on Saturday night during the Packers game, but they say, I figure if they lose, I haven't missed anything, and if the Packers win, I get to see them play again. So,
there is that. Okay.
Now, that's one guest. Another guest might think differently.
And how that particular guest is approaching it, that's different than those who are actually getting married and what their embrace or lack thereof will be of the evening.
That's going to be stressful. All the people that are leaving the dance floor to go watch the game.
One more quick call on this. Dave's with us from Whitewater this morning. Hey, Dave.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well. What's your problem Saturday night?
Well, Saturday night is my senior grandson's senior night for hockey. I've been watching him play since he was 3 years old.
Yeah.
I've probably missed 5 or 6 games over his life. No way I'm missing that.
So what's your plan? You going to try to half pay attention to the game or record it and watch later?
You know, I can't record and watch later. If I know the score, it's just, right? I know the score. You know? So I kind of guess I have to go with that wedding guy. If they win, I watch them next week. If they lose, they've had a great season.
Yeah, and you got to watch the game that really counts. Appreciate it, Dave. Yeah, there is that. Like especially if we get boat race, do you even want to be any part of that?
Right.
Which is a possibility.
Good old-fashioned cannonballing.
Right.
Hey, by the way, one more here from Sue from the 262. She says they planned to play Dungeons and Dragons for the first time on Saturday night. So D&D, but she said the Dungeon Master agreed to bump up the game.
Oh, the Dungeon Master.
Yeah, DMs can be pretty flexible that way.
Accepted
That's pretty
that
cool.
appeal? Okay.
Great DMs do that for you.
All right,
Glad that got moved. 8:33, Wisconsin's Morning News.
Spectrum Business is made to work like your small business. Made to do it all with fast, ultra-reliable internet, phone, and mobile services. And made to work with a small business budget. Get 600 megabit per second business internet for just $49.99 a month for 1 year with select bundles. Plus, get an unlimited mobile line for free. Visit spectrum.com/work to lock in this deal now. Learn more at spectrum.com/work. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Wealth-changing question. Has your advisor created a portfolio based only on your age and risk tolerance? That's simply not good enough. Your money deserves better, and so do you. At Creative Planning, our private wealth managers learn about you first, and then they create a customized plan and portfolio by partnering with our in-house money managers, accountants, and attorneys. Don't settle for a standard portfolio. Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Dan, what do you think are the top 3 reasons people buy from us at Inspired Closets?
Katie, that's easy. Our 3D design software, 4 ironclad guarantees, and our lifetime warranty.
Plus, we're honest and transparent in our pricing. We don't over-design. And we're a local family-owned business.
Clients need to know that we are a different closet company. We are designed completely around them.
And we're a wife and husband team.
Visit us at inspiredclosetsmke.com.
Goodyear, Dunlop, Kelly, Continental, General, you name it, we got it.
Plus, free flat tire repair, free tire rotations, and more.
So when you're due for tire service, schedule it at richlawns.com.
That's Rich Lawns with 2 N's.
Rich Lawns.
It's 8:35. I'm Adam Roberts, and this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Your top story, Trump takes Iowa.
I'm Debbie Loziga. Northbound 894 Nationals off-ramp. We got an accident there. We've also got one on 894 southbound at Beloit Road still being worked on the right shoulder. And one more, 894 westbound. This is the one that has that right lane blocked because of that spin out at 60th Street. Delays stretching all the way back to the Mitchell interchange right now. I'm Debbie Loziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
A wind chill advisory still in effect until 9 a.m. Sunday for Wednesday, for all of southeast Wisconsin. Your storm team forecast from meteorologist Tyler Moore today. Mostly sunny, still bitter cold. The high of just 4 above. It's going to feel like 15 to 30 below throughout the area today as winds gust to about 30 miles an hour. Touch warmer overnight tonight. Comparatively, a low down to 2 below, then 14 for your high on Wednesday. Right now, we've got 5 below and partly sunny in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, here are your headlines this morning. Former President Trump winning the Iowa caucuses Monday, while turnout was the lowest it had been in 25 years as voters had to contend with sub-zero temperatures, snow, and ice in the Hawkeye State. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis taking second, Nikki Haley in third. A disappointing performance for Vivek Ramaswamy coming in fourth place after the caucuses, Ramaswamy suspending his campaign. Meanwhile, Asa Hutchinson says his team is, quote, re-evaluating their own campaign. Police in West Allis say a would-be Good Samaritan was actually a thief over the weekend. Authorities responding to victims of a motor vehicle theft Friday around 7:30 after a female victim said her car got stuck in a snowbank when a man appeared to offer help. The woman initially refusing, but the man returned with a snow shovel, began to remove snow, then hopped in the car and drove away. Police say they're unaware of any similar vehicle thefts since last Friday's winter storm. And trustees in Mount Pleasant rejecting a proposal to rezone land for over 200 rental homes and townhomes. Milwaukee Business Journal reports residents in the neighborhood subdivision want to avoid a, quote, change of character and culture. The developer Primestone Residential LLC did not respond to a request for comment on the rejection. Time for news about your money. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. All in the red as we start the first day after the Monday holiday. The Dow Jones down 178 points to 37,415, while the S&P 500 is off 17 points to 4,766, and the Nasdaq off 56 points on the morning to 14,917. 2024 is here. Be ready with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com. Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:38.
Coming up, big night for some at television's Emmys. Do we even call it TV anymore? Whatever. Streaming's Emmys.
Yeah. Right.
The Content Awards.
Yes.
Got some highlights from the big night. Coming up next.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback. Tayback Law fights for those who fought for us. If you're a vet and have been wrongfully denied the VA benefits you're entitled to, call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Did you hear the dreaded pop when you were out there doing the shoveling? Feel something snap on you, or maybe worse, a fall? Vince Vitrano here for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Get that checked out. Get it fixed with the experts in orthopedic care. That's OAW. You can book an appointment anytime, but if you need relief now, you don't have to spend hours waiting in line at the emergency room and paying those big hospital prices. The Ortho ASAP clinics have hours Monday through Saturday in Pewaukee, Monday through Friday in Brookfield. You walk right in. They'll look at sprains, strains, maybe a dislocation, even a fracture or possible fracture because they have x-rays available right there on site. Faster, easier, likely less expensive than a trip to the ER or urgent care. And now you're in the good hands of the people at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Walk right in at the Ortho ASAP clinics or make an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Hey, Gene Miller here. The heart of winter is the best time to call my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. Save heating and cooling dollars down the road with energy-efficient replacement windows and doors from brands like Pella, Anderson, Marvin, and more. Hometown is your local source for wood, vinyl, or fiberglass, plus all of their products are installed by employee carpenters. Stop into their newly remodeled showroom in New Berlin and see the Hometown difference. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. HometownWindows.com. Hey, Gene Miller for Forest Ridge Senior Residences, a caring community known for its small-town friendliness while offering luxury living in a big way. Nestled in the village of Hales Corners, Forest Ridge delivers first-class amenities, accommodating active lifestyles with entertainment and transportation. Enter through the fully renovated community center with exquisite dining to see our brand-new 1- and 2-bedroom apartments, where your rent is frozen until 2026. Come tour Forest Ridge Senior Residences today. Call 414-485-9507.
Talk about the political winners from the Iowa caucuses coming up in our next segment. Want to hit a little bit on television's Emmys.
Big night for Secession. The HBO drama winning 6 awards.
You say Secession.
Succession, sorry.
Oh. What?
Succession.
Oh, did you just I didn't mean to call you out for
I have said Secession
if you say
before.
it differently.
Secession. Anyway, so it won for Best Drama Series. Also, Kieran Culkin won a Golden Globe, he won an Emmy for it.
He's the little brother.
Yes.
What a weasel. A weasel in that show.
That's what makes him such a good actor.
They're all horrible people. Everyone in that show is irredeemable.
Actress Jennifer Coolidge also won.
I want to thank all the evil gays.
It's a line from White Lotus there. For anyone who's watched White Lotus would get that one. So that was one of the big winners last night was Jennifer Coolidge. So Anthony Anderson, the comedian, he was the host, and he had his mother, Doris, be basically the playoff person. So instead of a band playing, if these actors went on too long thanking everything, she would stand up from her seat and hold a sign that had a clock on it saying, "Hey, you got to go. You got to move along."
I know, I'm getting wrap it up. Okay, yes, okay.
Baby.
Yes, and
I love you, baby, but time.
Okay, guess what? One more thing. I love you too.
So then eventually they would have to stop.
They did something cool that I do like. They've got the lower third, if you will, or at the bottom. The producers would like to thank, so you've got your third cousin that you want to get in there, right? They don't need to say that out loud. I like that because you want to acknowledge all sorts of people in that special moment, but at the same time, right?
It's so hard to do that.
And it's a TV show. I don't know any of these people. Like if I'm just home watching.
Right. Good point. So here's one of my favorite, you know me, I always like finding the most candid or the most real, the most genuine or most creative acceptance speeches in these award type shows. And I love the Niecy Nash Betts one. So she won for playing Glenda Cleveland, actually, Milwaukee's
That's
Glenda
the Dahmer
Cleveland
thing.
in the Dahmer series. So she won for that. And while she was thanking other people, she realized there's someone else she wanted to thank.
Thank you, my better half who picked me up when I was gutted from this work. Thank you. And you know who I want to thank? I want to thank me. For believing in me. Doing what they said I could not do. And I want to say to myself in front of all you beautiful people, go on, girl, with your bad self. You did that.
See, that's what I want to hear.
That was my favorite one. That was my favorite one.
Be entirely full of joy. Let me know.
Last thing I'll mention, we do now have a new member of the EGOT Club. So that's Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. I asked you earlier how many people you thought were in the EGOT Club. And
I picked a small number and way overshot.
Yeah.
I said 37.
There are 19. Elton John finally got his Emmy last night for his special, the Farewell from Dodger Stadium special that he did. He wasn't there. He had knee surgery, but his husband was there and got the award and talked to reporters afterwards saying that he was super excited about it. So.
8:44, the big winners in Iowa. That story next. First, we'll get an update on the roads here from Debbie.
Okay, we've got an accident now on 43 southbound, the ramp to get onto 794 eastbound. Left lane is blocked in the Marquette there, so heads up with that. We've also got an accident 894 westbound at 60th Street. That's that spin out that happened, blocking the right lane. On 894 southbound at Beloit Road, we have an accident there off on the right shoulder. Northbound on 4390. I'm sorry, northbound on 894, right at the off ramp to National Avenue, an accident being worked on there as well. So here and there, we've got these little spin outs and accidents and things like that, and it's just going to be affecting your ride. Of course, we've got delays as per usual since the volume is really starting to kick up a bit more now. So slowing off of Highway 16 onto 94 eastbound all the way to about Moreland Road. Southbound 43 slow from Silver Spring, solid all the way through Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
This report is brought to you by Rejuvenix, your non-surgical joint therapy experts.
It's the last resort that comes with a grueling and painful recovery. And from what I've been told, it never really feels quite natural. A total knee replacement may make the pain you're living with eventually go away, but it opens up a Pandora's box of other possible issues. And that's why surgeons who really do care will tell you that it's a last resort. There are other surgeons who cry, "Replace! Replace!" But the physicians you'll find at Rejuvenix are primarily concerned with relief. And you may find out that the relief we give you helps so much so that you may not need to get that total knee replacement. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenix Arthritis Clinics. Our FDA-approved pain treatments aid inflammation and lubricate your joints. And in most cases, insurance has been shown to cover the costs. At Rejuvenix, we can alleviate your pain, and that'll rejuvenate your life. Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. The Energy Star ratings for windows are getting a lot tougher to get the tax credits, so you're going to want to take advantage of. Fortunately, we still have options that will qualify you for those tax credits. Now, I can sit here and talk benefits of this product or what's great about that product. So can everybody else. But what a lot of operations can't do is, with complete confidence, stand behind the crew that's going to be on that next job. Talk is cheap, I get it, but our people are exceptional. How do I know? Because me and Vito handpick every single person that makes our team. Some make the cut, a lot don't. And that's why you can be confident that the windows we install for you will be top quality, installed right, and that you're going to get great service. And that's never failed us. So for your home's new windows, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Siding Unlimited, named the best window installers, not just here, but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 3-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows, you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Evans Transportation Services. Thank heavens for Evans. Rely on one company for accounting, shipping, and tracking. Evans Transportation Services. Family owned for 40 years and continuing to grow. Evans Transportation Services in Brookfield.
I just got to say, so we have all the local TV stations up here. Channel 6 is over at this charcuterie house today. The charcuterie board is really taking off, right?
Yeah, you seem to have a problem with this.
Well, it just looks like scraps. It's a lot of work for not that much food. Man, I'm hungry.
It's an art.
It's for snacks. This right here, I could eat that whole board.
It's for snacks. Got some nice meats.
I like
some
snacks,
cheeses.
but I need some substance.
A couple of crackers.
Bring it out. I don't want to taste a sausage. I want some sausage.
Okay.
I don't want like a corner of a square of cheese.
Okay,
give me some cheese.
It's two different things, though. You're not sitting down for a meal with a charcuterie board.
Just a lot of work over there for scraps. First poll that actually counts here in politics, taken in Iowa, and now on to New Hampshire in the race for the White House.
I want to congratulate Ron and Nikki for having a good time together. We're all having a good time together. And I think they both actually did very well.
I love it. We're all having a good time.
Not sure what that means, but okay.
Well, some are having a better time than others, right? That's former President Donald Trump storming to victory in the Iowa caucuses on Monday. Trump getting over 50% of the vote. I think he finished at 51%. That's significant. You got Florida Governor Ron DeSantis at 21%, former ambassador, former governor of South Carolina Nikki Haley at 19%. Businessman Vivek Ramaswamy, he's out after a single-digit performance.
Earlier tonight, I called Donald Trump to tell him that I congratulated him on his victory, and now going forward, he will have my full endorsement.
And the aforementioned Haley and DeSantis competing to be the Trump alternative. Where does that leave us? I mean, let's not pay short shrift to the headline that Trump won because he was expected to win. 51%?
I am curious, though. I mean, the number of caucus goers was down significantly.
By tens of thousands, right?
Yes.
Stephen Portnoy from ABC News told us that that the historic high was somewhere near what, like 180,000?
Yeah, and this was like just over 100.
Yeah.
Last
So the
night.
weather definitely did have an impact.
Does that matter? Not really. I think Trump probably would have won either way, but that is a significant number of people who did not go out.
And the last time around in 2016, when Trump was fighting for the nomination, you had in some of these early things, more people wanted not Donald Trump. It just, the vote was so separated among that handful of candidates that, Trump would win by getting 30-some% or whatever.
Right.
51%, and granted, that's just Iowa. It's one contest. Polls shape up differently in other places. But 51% means most of the people wanted him. The aforementioned, as I said, Haley and DeSantis, they want to be the Trump alternative, and you can only have one of them, really, down the stretch, if there's any hope for those who don't want to see former President Trump get the nomination. Couple of points separating DeSantis and Haley. As we said, DeSantis finished second, Haley third.
Our campaign is the last best hope of stopping the Trump-Biden nightmare.
We have our marching orders. Our marching orders are to do all we can to preserve what George Washington called the sacred fire of liberty.
So the New Hampshire primary, 1 week from today. And again, just like Iowa, it's not about delegates, it's about momentum. So Iowa doesn't have a lot of delegates. I think, what did Trump get in his win? 20 delegates?
Right.
And you need well over 1,000 to get to the nomination. I don't think New Hampshire has that many up for grabs either, but it's about momentum. Can Nikki Haley finish second in New Hampshire? She has, at least within the last week, according to some polls, maybe closed the gap against former President Trump to single digits. Could you pull off an upset win? That would be huge. Even a second-place finish would be tough for DeSantis.
So the primary is Tuesday. They have another debate, which is likely just going to be Haley and DeSantis on Thursday in New Hampshire.
Trump having qualified, but again, would not debate. Amazing thing, too, is you have Trump on the stage last night crowing about the win, and this morning, the motorcade in New York as he's on his way to court.
More court stuff.
Right, from election victory off to court, but he is the big winner in Iowa with that landslide right next door to Wisconsin.
We want to thank the great people of Iowa. Thank you. We love you all.
One more time before 9 o'clock, Deb.
Okay, a bit of a mess happening here. Southbound on 43, the ramp to get down to, from Wisconsin Avenue to southbound 43 is closed because of this crash right near the Marquette interchange. So be prepared for delays. We've also got 894 westbound at 60th Street. Right lane still blocked with that spin out car facing the wrong way in that right lane. So be prepared. We've got delays basically from Forest Home all the way through to that point. Westbound, that's the eastbound side, folks. Slow down, take a look. Eastbound, the westbound side now backing up out of the Mitchell interchange to the accident scene. Yes, English is my first language. We've got an accident on 894 southbound at Beloit Road. That's been there for most of the morning, so just heads up with that. We've also got a crash on the off-ramp from 894 northbound to National Avenue. Also going to be affecting your ride through there, so give yourself tons of extra time no matter where you need to go today. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Traffic is sponsored by Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Shop Ken Michaels Furniture's January New Year's sale for savings up to 50% off on better quality furniture and mattresses. Showrooms in Greenfield, Brookfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Wake up with me. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. Tune in every Monday and Friday at 8:15 for Matzik's Morning Minute during Wisconsin's Morning News. Everything you need to know about all your favorite Wisconsin teams in just 60 seconds.
It's a true test to all of us, but I do believe in the guys in that locker room in terms of the character that we have.
Every Monday and Friday at 8:15 during Wisconsin's Morning News.
Lopez squeezes up a three, rattles another one through. Oh, it's contagious.
Sponsored by Holiday Automotive in Fond du Lac.
Never a better time than today, right now, to check whether you can benefit from brand new Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin products in your home. Just go by your windows. Go by that spot in the living room where you got a few windows right next to each other. If you feel the breeze, That's a problem. More so today than it is at any other point that we've had so far this season. It is super cold, and if you've got cold air coming in, energy savings are going right out the door. So invest in these new Pella windows and doors from Wisconsin, and they'll make it worth your while right now. You book the work by the 31st of this month. You pay 0% interest for up to 36 months. 0% interest for up to 36 months if you book by January 31st. The great part about that is you get the energy savings now. So you get the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin team in your home. Maybe you're replacing all the windows in your house. Maybe just a problem spot. Maybe it's an exterior door that's particularly leaky. Whatever it is, you get the energy savings right now this winter heating season, and you don't have to pay interest for 36 months. It's 0% interest for up to 36 months when you book by January 31st. Visit PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. If you've got water in your house, you need Guthrie and Fry. We've got their water